Remember when we first started squad talking? That's how.
Autobots, roll up.
Damn, Mitch, you sound like
Are you coming?
Oh, Toya getting on too?
Yeah.
Come on, Toya.
Getting on?
He been threatening us for the last 2 weeks.
Boy, move. Yeah, see.
Threatening us. He ain't threatening me.
Hey,
You got to see boy.
he be telling SJ move like 8 times a day.
That nigga don't move, bro.
I'm trying to figure out because she ain't threaten me.
Boy, watch out. Oh my gosh. He on, I guess, too.
Okay.
I guess. Hey,
What's
Spencer
up,
Jr.
SJ? What's up, Toya?
SJ? That's Spencer Jr.?
What up,
Yeah, that's Mr.
Oh
Jones.
man, you got your
Spencer
daddy
Jr.
nose.
Spencer Jr. and Toya coming to the last.
Oh yeah, what's up?
Look at glasses game. Shout out to the glasses game. We got like 4 niggas in glasses.
I mean, I can't see.
Oh, we outnumbered.
I mean, I can't.
Look. He gonna
There we go.
He like this. He say,
Now I'm part of the group. Now I feel a little bit more.
He ain't want to be left out.
Okay.
I feel
Now the glasses.
Just put his shit on quick. He ain't want to be left out.
You ain't about to leave me out, goddamn.
We outnumbered now.
Pair right here,
I
goddamn.
can't see though.
We outnumbered now. It's 5-3.
Oh, let me go grab my glasses.
Oh my gosh! Everybody got BCG now.
Hey man,
No. I don't have those big ones. Only.
Hey, this is where you get one of them reverse comments, Spencer, with your 2-eyed ass.
With your 2020 vision having
With your 2020, I can see regular ass.
This nigga see the street signs while he driving.
I apologize for not having that.
Dang, y'all, it's like that with glasses.
Oh, what'd you say, Mitch?
That I apologize for not having that handicap. I'll try to do better in the future.
That's crazy.
Disappointed.
Stare at
man.
the TV more often. Look in the sun.
We getting bullied by niggas who can't see.
I know. Yeah, hey,
That's
it must be
crazy.
nice, seeing ass nigga.
Right.
Hey, I'm gonna be 40 tomorrow or on Sunday, and yeah.
Why don't you
That's
brag
just
about
it.
it a little bit?
Say what?
I said, why don't you go ahead and brag about it while you at it?
Yeah, I'm good with it. 40 still got good eyesight. I think that's a good look.
Niggas be like, damn, man, I wish I was 40.
I know. Yeah.
All right, let's see this first topic.
Hey, we got some fire topics.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna turn the cam on, but I don't think y'all be able to see me. It's pretty dark.
Hey,
Hell
Marz,
yeah,
you
we
wanna
don't
do
see
the,
shit.
Okay, I was about to say,
So,
Marz, you want to do the opening?
everybody seen this?
No.
Yeah,
Anybody want to speak on it?
Speak on this?
Actually, I was
didn't
going to
like
see it this weekend. I was going to go see it this weekend. So.
I didn't like it.
You didn't? Okay. Okay.
I didn't like it. I ain't gonna spoil it for nobody if they didn't see it, but I just didn't like it.
Was it all over the place? Like the trailer?
It wasn't even. It wasn't all over the place. It was just slow as fuck. It was a slow burn, and there was no
Speaking of burn.
like usually when you got a slow movie, the end is like wild and shit. But nah, it was just slow, and then the end was like, well, I put it like this: when we left the theater, my wife was in the bathroom. You know what I'm saying? And this dude walked out to his family. He was like, "That's the dumbest fucking movie I've ever seen in my life." And I couldn't do shit but laugh. He looked at me. He was like, "You was in there too?" He's like, "Wasn't that shit terrible?" I was like, "Damn, I can't even." I got no rebuttal, bro.
Can't even defend it.
I haven't heard anything good about the movie.
I haven't heard anything about it.
I was gonna say I haven't heard anything about
So it must not be that good.
It must be.
It wasn't
All I
that
seen
bad. You know,
was the trailers.
I saw critics saying that they loved it, and I was just like, well, that tells me everything right there, because I don't ever
like white people.
critics. Yeah, anytime the critics say they don't like it, it's probably an amazing movie, and vice versa. So that kind of says a lot. I was depressed, man, because Jordan Peele got a lot of stock for me from the first two.
Yeah,
So I was really upset.
But
nothing really.
Jordan Peele with his first two, he set the bar so high. So we
And that's-
everybody
I
expecting the
agree.
bang.
The same thing.
Right, but he should have set the bar high for himself too, though.
Right.
But no,
What you should
what
be
I-
able to replicate because that's your style.
Well,
That's like me
well,
making a beat. If I make a fire ass beat one day, I should be able to make something similar to that because that's what I do.
You know what? I won't even say that because you might have just got lucky and struck gold one time, but he did it twice.
Okay. Right.
You know what I'm saying? He did it twice. Like, so if you done it twice, you Timberland, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Like, but if you do it once, I mean, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? But if you do it more than once, you clearly got it in you. You got the ear. So I'm like, he didn't look at his own movie and see that, yo, this, like, what's the point of this movie? Like, that's really what it was. At the end of the movie, I was like, what was the point of watching it?
Yeah.
And that's never good. That's never good. And it was supposed to be a horror movie. So if there's no point to watching it, like no kind of psychological story or anything like that, then it's got to be scary. And it wasn't scary at all. So it's like, I got nothing for it. Like, and it falls in the horror realm. Like it's definitely a horror movie. It's just not a good one.
That sucks.
So
I like horror movies, and it's supposed to be
All
a
his
horror
movies,
movie.
all his movies are horror movies, but it's like it's just not a good
Like a
one.
surreal horror.
Us isn't scary, right? Get Out isn't even scary, but they're like psychological horror movies. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Whereas
It fucks with
this
you.
One, yeah, this one is not scary and it don't evoke any thought. And at the end of it, I was like, man, I'm glad I didn't pay for that.
So there was like no hidden message in the movie or anything like that. That's what you getting?
Yeah, I almost asked for my money back and we watched it for free because the theater lets veterans watch it for free on matinee. So I ended up like watching it for free, but it was still like, yo, I want my money back, bro. I need my time back.
Yeah.
He loved 2
I
hours.
wasted 2 hours on this shit.
Like y'all should have told me this shit. Did none of y'all screen this? Like,
That's 4 episodes of an anime. Shit.
it was long too. It felt long, at least. It felt long.
So about
Probably
2.5 hours.
My wife didn't make it 30 minutes when she was snoring, bro.
She was snoring.
You know, she was asleep.
Damn. Hey, if you want to see during the movie, it's bad.
She might have just had a long day.
You paid to go to sleep in a chair.
It was free, bro.
Get the seats recline in the theater.
Yeah, it's just reclining with the vibrating joints. It's a high class
Got
theater.
all that
And
shit.
she was dead.
Yeah, she was like,
She was dead. She was out of there.
But even still, that movie would have had me up, vibrating and
nah,
everything.
bro. She was off like a prom dress, man. That shit, it was over.
Damn.
Like, so, yeah.
Movie trash.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, like, go see it for yourself. I wouldn't spend money on it, but if you get a chance to see it for yourself. Because maybe my opinion is bullshit. You know what I mean? If you like a LeBron fan, you probably disagree with my opinion as a whole. like I'm just saying, my opinion might not vibe with yours. So
Crazy.
I would say
I haven't seen the movie. And from what I heard, what you
might love it.
No, what you anyway,
Just because we disagree, that's all I'm saying.
No,
Yeah.
I mean, I've been hearing the same thing you've been saying about the movie.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go see it for myself. Just
Yeah, for sure.
You're gonna go pay
And,
for it after this man has said it's a trash fest.
I hate that though because I waited like 3 weeks. We talked about this like 3 weeks ago, and I was like, I'm not gonna say nothing else because I don't want to ruin it for nobody. Because I don't want y'all going in and being like, this is trash. Because you know what I'm saying. But
I'll
at the same
download it.
time,
Alright.
it's been 3 weeks, bro.
Yeah, I download it.
He said he'll download it. He said he ain't gonna legally stream. He's gonna download it.
I'm gonna illegally stream it.
We gonna get that good old torrent where
he
he's
said,
watching us getting popcorn.
He said, I will Napster it.
That boy gonna hit the line wire. Boy, it's crazy.
He said the line wire.
Damn, that's a classic.
I remember them days.
That's
Song
it.
by song. Song by song.
Heck yeah, boy.
That's
But
it.
go ahead, we're going to move to the next topic because obviously
I'm gonna go to the next one. So this versus that's going around. Who do y'all think will win this versus?
Usher, easy.
Sure.
I mean,
I would say Usher because of longevity, but I don't know.
I'm sorry. I think
Chris Brown got longevity too.
I'd
He
have
got
to give it to
Chris
Chris
Brown,
Brown.
yeah, he definitely does. He definitely does. But I feel like
I think
as
Usher
far
had
as
it.
Usher
I'ma
is
say it
like,
like this.
cemented. He's rooted.
Hey,
He's not going nowhere.
I think it's like this. Chris Brown does not have a Confessions.
Yes.
Like that's the real bottom line. Like
That's what it is.
the,
Yep.
the Confessions album by itself have more impact than anything Chris Brown put out. He has great songs. He has great singles. And you know, if they present it, he can dance his ass off, right? So if he presents it right in the verses, he might win just off of that, maybe younger crowd or something. But if we're really talking about it, Usher has like impactful songs, like especially that Confessions album. So it's like I just don't see where they really pair up. And I got all of Chris Brown's music. I love Chris Brown.
Hold on. I'm gonna stop you there. And the only reason why I can't say that is because Usher's Confession, that nigga was going through a depression state because he just cheated. But
it wasn't true.
no, we're not gonna use
true, though.
no,
It
we're not
wasn't
gonna
true.
use that. We're not gonna use depression music as a justification why he's bad.
But it is music,
No,
though.
no, but
It's
he
music.
said, no, but it wasn't.
These artists be high.
Right, hold on, but listen, wait,
But
hear
it
me out,
wasn't
hear
true,
me out.
though. No, it wasn't true.
Listen. I can tell you up front, you could play an Usher song, and right now you could play a Chris Brown song, and you'll have one section of a crowd that's like, it's 7 o'clock on the drop top, but you'll have everybody saying, you liking what you see, everything is on me. Everybody generational knows Chris Brown. Only a specific generation.
Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna speak on this as a DJ, right?
Okay.
So looking at both catalogs of music, Usher has more total bodies of work when it comes to his album. One.
No, he does not.
Usher does. We can
I
got
can
more
look
songs.
up his discography right now. We can
Hold on, let's look. Research.
Don't.
You don't have to research Usher's big.
That's what I'm saying. We don't have to
Around
think about it.
90s.
You have to research it.
Secondly, and I'm gonna let y'all go. Usher has more songs that have a higher shelf life than Breezy does.
And that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like the Confessions album, that statement that Chris Brown doesn't have a Confessions, that is the point. That kind of settles the whole point.
I can go DJ an R&B night and play 30 minutes of straight Usher and that whole rocky.
That's why I said Usher is more rooted, because he got more bodies of work, more fleshed out bodies of work.
Chris Brown been in the game 20 years. Like
you're putting him in a situation.
Yeah, am I on?
Yeah, we got you. We got you, Rio.
Usher makes R&B strictly for R&B, depressed, sexual, all that. That's what Usher makes music for.
Yo, what are you talking about, bro?
He has a range of different type of
Chris
emotional.
Brown doesn't.
It doesn't just
telling me
fall
Chris
under.
Brown-
Chris Brown only sing about fucking.
You said that.
Yeah.
You said that right. They
Licking
both
pussy and
have
fucking.
range. They both have range, but which artist was more effective when they stepped outside of their original genre?
Chris Brown. But you know what though? So Chris Brown did an interview. Chris Brown did an interview recently, right? He did an interview recently where they were trying to put him against some rapper. I forget who at the moment, but it was a rapper basically, and a big one. And he was like, I mean, I'd be down, but it wouldn't really make sense. That's what he said. And they go, why? He goes, because I have like a couple songs with rap sprinkled in, but I'm an R&B artist. He's a rapper. Like he's like, so I mean, that's like saying Usher rhyming his name and nice and slow is him. Like that doesn't matter. They're gonna battle based off of their R&B. Like nobody's gonna give a fuck about Chris Brown rapping and look at me now. Like you know what I'm saying? It's like it's their R&B that's gonna battle. And in that realm, Usher is like really the only person above. The only person above him will be R. Kelly, and he ain't gonna do a versus. So like
nobody knows with you.
Nobody knows what?
Chris Brown with you.
With you is a weak song. Like
there's
a lot of
Wait, hey, hold on.
Nobody
knows
that's a
Run
weak
It,
song though.
Wall to Wall.
We
Oh,
know
that's
those
Wall to
cool.
Wall,
Bro,
Running.
bro, bro,
We know
bro.
What else?
his songs. We know Chris
Bro,
Brown's
you're
songs.
not even you're not
Keep
even
talking
picking.
to us like we don't know his songs.
Here's the
It
problem,
sound like
dude.
y'all
You're
don't know his song. I just want to make sure
Oh,
I'm
honestly,
to the
dude.
right crowd.
Honestly, I'm glad you said that because that kind of proves the point. You didn't even pick the best songs from the albums that you're mentioning as
Okay,
like
first
things that
off-
are gonna compete with Usher.
First
You know
off,
what
you
Usher's
song
just
would
20,
told
compete
me,
with
and you
Usher?
put a picture up and
Like-
insulted me to my face.
bro.
Heart to
Usher's
Heart.
top.
Heart to
Here's the
Heart.
thing.
On his
Usher's
first album,
top-
I think. Heart
Usher's
to Heart
top
is a song.
15.
You wanna go
Usher's
hard?
top 15, like literally his top 15 in a verses would be unquestionable. Chris Brown has a ton of music, but picking out 20 would be hard because like he doesn't have 20 for sure. This should be in his 20. He doesn't have
Name
20 at all.
15 Ushers.
The 15, that's easy, bro. Like that's not
Name
even work.
Name
He said name.
I'm not doing it.
I think Chris
I'm not
Brown.
doing it. If you don't know music like that, I got nothing for you. Like that's how I look at it. But I can tell you this: Chris
I
Brown's
know
first
I know
album-
15 Usher songs. I don't feel like naming them.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm not about to do that with you. Like,
But I
I
definitely
can tell you
will.
right now, Chris Brown's first 2 albums, which are his best 2 albums, I think most people would agree.
Yes.
Run It, Yo, Give Me That,
Yeah.
Excuse me, miss.
Poppin'.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That Yo is Excuse Me, Miss. Yo is
Oh
Excuse
yeah,
Me,
yeah,
Miss.
yeah. That's
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Yeah, so that's 4 songs
Goodbye.
off the first album. The other 4 ain't none other than those 4 hitting anything Usher throwing at you. Then you got his second album, which had Wall to Wall, which was a weak song on that album compared to his other one. He
Commercial
got
ass shit.
no, that shit. Throwback was hot. The shit with Big Boy was hot. The shit with Will I Am was hot. And the joint with T-Pain, that was the best song on the album. Kiss Kiss. That was the best song on the album.
That was
and then you have With You. With You is a weak song if you're talking about R&B chops.
Bro, that is
Usher's
not a
level,
fucking
With You is a weak song. It's a weak song
Jordan
compared
Sparks
to what
is
we're
a weak
talking
singer.
about. But with just what we're talking about is he's gonna have to compete with things like You
Nice and
Remind
Slow.
Me and
Nice
you know
and Slow.
Make Love in This Club and Yeah. Like he's gonna have to compete with Yeah. What song does he have that could be Yeah? Like really think about that.
That's a club banger too as well.
Caught up.
Like in that right? Like his joint with You'll Always with the one with Alicia Keys.
Burn,
Oh
Keep
yeah,
my
yeah,
boo.
yeah. Hey, you're right, you're right. I
uh,
forgot all about my
No, I'm
boo.
just
It's my
saying he
boo,
got
yeah.
too much, bro. He got
Hold
too
on,
much,
wait.
and that's not. I didn't even. I was like, yeah, it's on Confessions. It starts the album, bro. Burn
Yeah,
is on
actually
Confessions.
started the whole
Confessions
dance
is on
movement.
Confessions. Confessions is on Confessions.
Oh, what's
Fucking,
his song?
Caught
Superstar?
Up.
Not super,
Caught Up
yeah, caught
is
up, yeah, caught up,
crazy.
caught up, caught up, yeah, caught up.
Even the song,
Superstar
even though I
crazy.
hate this nigga, same girl.
Same girl. Yeah,
Even
Same
though
girl.
I hate
like,
R. Kelly.
God
you know
damn, boy,
what?
you about to
Same
get us
girl.
canceled.
Same girl wouldn't even be in his top 20 though. That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. Like he has too much. That we didn't even talk about My Way.
Yeah.
We didn't talk about Nice and Slow. We didn't talk about You Make Me Wanna. Like yo, there's
You
a lot.
don't
bro.
have to
Army.
call, nigga.
Yeah.
You don't have
Yes.
to call, yo.
Yes.
Look,
You don't have to call.
He could even go to some of his lesser known joints from the album like Good Old Ghetto. Like I'm just saying, that's a lot, bro.
Bad girl.
It's a lot. Like and
Yeah.
Chris Brown is dope, and I get where young cats
Moving
want to put him
mountains.
at the top. He's the top of this generation. I give him that, but he doesn't
Not
have a
fucking with Usher.
Confessions.
Yeah.
He don't
Yeah.
have an album where you play it from start to finish. He don't have one. He
Yeah.
just doesn't. That's the bottom line. And Usher has 2 of them, legit.
So do
Like,
you
so
do you
that's
feel Usher has more consistency with his music?
Yes.
I think that when he puts out an album, it matters. Whereas with Chris Brown, he drops a lot of music. He's the Lil Wayne of R&B. Like I said with Lil Wayne in a previous debate, Lil Wayne used to drop so much fucking music. Half of it be trash, but the ones that weren't trash would be bangers.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? And that's it. You listen to No Ceilings. Most of No Ceilings are trash mixtape.
Yes.
But the songs that are good are really fucking good.
Right.
Like, so it's
4
like,
songs.
yeah. And Chris Brown, his albums,
I
you'll
can
get
listen to the
one
whole No
to
Ceilings.
you'll
I
get
can
1 to
too,
3.
bro. I can.
I can.
I can listen
I
to it.
have.
I mean, one of my favorite rappers. bro.
sidebar. Can I do a sidebar real quick?
Yeah, for sure.
Lil Wayne mixtapes or Lil Wayne albums? Just sidebar.
Say again?
Lil Wayne mixtape, Lil Wayne on mixtapes or Lil Wayne on albums? Like,
go with
which
album.
Mixtape.
Mixtape.
I would go with
Mixtape.
that.
Mixtape.
I'm going mixtape.
I can't say the reason I can't say mixtapes with him is because his best song unquestionably is a Millie. So the Carter 3 as a whole trumps any mixtape he has. That's the Carter 3 is the Carter 3 is Confessions. That's actually the point I'm making.
Carter 2 is Confessions.
Carter 2,
Carter 2.
You know what?
Two.
That's actually not true because the Carter 2. The Carter 2, no, listen what I'm saying. The Carter 2, only people who listen to it are people who are Lil Wayne's fans.
Now we talking
But
about
Carter
Actually,
3
hey man, I think his biggest
worldwide.
song is
the thing he asked me that
Lollipop.
question.
It's the same album, bro.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think
It's the
Lollipop
same
was
album.
on. Yeah,
That's my
Lollipop was on.
point.
But I mean, just because you got one big song on the album,
No,
I mean,
that
I'd
whole
rather
album
have
is that
5
way,
great
bro.
songs on a mixtape than one
Bro.
phenomenal song on the album. Like,
No, it's not one phenomenal. You just named a Millie and Lollipop and that fucking wee and Mr. Carter.
right?
And
No,
fucking,
wait,
wee.
you're talking. Okay, no, that is
fucking-
his best album. No, nigga, listen,
All right.
that is one of the top best
Austin,
albums
why?
ever. It sold a
Whatever.
million within
Why,
the first
Austin?
week. But that
Yeah,
does not mean
We off
it
topic
is-
now.
Yeah, never mind. We off topic. Go back.
Why,
Yeah,
Austin? Nigga, if you want to discuss mixtape Wayne or album Wayne, send it to me.
That could have been the
Okay.
slide.
That could be
That could be
next
the
week.
whole
I was
Facts.
just, I literally just
That's
went to a
true.
sidebar.
This would have been the whole. It would have been the whole
Right.
fucking. It would have been a whole
That's
fucking
what I'm
line.
saying. Just send me the topic, nigga.
Yeah, Alton. Hey, make that
do one
shit.
topic
bro.
in
That
a
Bad,
shit
my
got-
bad.
that
It's
shit
just
gotta
that-
be its
it's
own
just my head.
separate
It's
line.
just my head.
Hey, make that
Niggas
shit.
don't want to
Make
break
that
down
shit.
songs
Make
and tape.
that.
That's a
No,
good
we
slide,
We
bro.
need
That's a
that.
good
We
slide.
need that one.
Yeah,
We
We
need
need
that
that.
one. We need that
That's
one.
next
by
week. That's
itself.
next week. That's next week. That's
Hey,
next week.
y'all got a little
If you don't make it, I will
hey,
make it.
Hey, viewers, y'all got a little piece of it. That's what that was. Y'all got a little piece.
Right at the beginning.
He said I get y'all a sample of next week.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's
Stay
gonna be next
tuned.
week discussion.
Hey, let's go ahead and move slides. Let's go
Stay
move.
tuned,
I
niggas.
feel like Chris Brown has a solid 20. After this, I'm gonna just go through shit and probably just send a list to the group chat. But I still don't think that he's competing with Usher, and he doesn't have as much as Chris Brown. But I think his catalog is more solid than Chris's.
He got
Hey,
more
hey,
consistency
hey,
and
Spence.
quality.
Like I'm a really try to pick my 20 favorite Usher songs and then my 20 favorite Chris Brown songs and compare them.
Hey, Spence,
You should
ask your
do
wife.
it.
What she think? What's your wife think?
What was the question?
What's your
Toya,
wife
Toya
think?
What does
Toya?
Toya think?
What Toya think?
I think Usher will win, but I also
you think Usher will win?
based off the audience. It depends on
That's true.
Yeah, see, that's
Exactly.
And that's where I said him dance. That's where I said him dancing on stage and stuff. Yeah, it'll definitely presentation definitely matters when it comes to these verses. But what I would say is I think that Chris Brown. I'll even add to what Spence said. I think Chris Brown has a solid 40, to be honest. But I think that's a problem. I think that's a problem though. Like because now he has to pick the right 20, and Usher does not have a problem picking the right 20. His hits are like obvious. Like, you know what I'm saying? Top 15 are obvious. I think after 15, you might have to say, okay, maybe we should put this one instead of this one. But Chris Brown gonna be doing that from like number 4. Like his first 4 would be obvious, but the other 16, he gonna have to like, I mean, should I put this? I mean, you know what I'm saying? And then he gonna have to figure out when to play it.
I mean,
Look
I
at me now.
Because
understand.
I'm gonna
It's a banger.
tell you now, after the
Goodness.
past 10 bangers, 10 songs
What's
apiece,
up?
Breezy gonna be doing more reaching than Usher. I'm telling you that now.
That's it.
He is. As far as the
That's
reading
it.
part, because it's like this. When I see verses, when people don't have shit, they go to their features that they have with other people.
That's
and I
true,
feel like
of
Chris
course.
Brown may start going to features
Look at
that
me
he
now.
did with somebody
They'll
else.
start doing it a lot
And
faster.
niggas
They'll
don't
do it
have
a lot earlier.
a whole bunch of features with Usher.
Yeah.
And Usher don't gotta go to where he was featured on. He can just use his shit.
We didn't even talk about lovers and friends.
Yeah,
Hey,
he wouldn't have
real
to, but he
fast.
could.
I got a question.
Love
I got a
and
question. I got a
Friends was
question.
some Next
Hey,
level
hey,
shit,
let
bro.
me-
Leave that
Real fast, real fast. Hey, real fast, real
Leave
fast.
What's up,
Love
Ma?
and
Question for you.
Friends and
Quick
y'all
question.
leave
Hold
that.
on,
leave that
Hey,
shit.
let
Is-
Marz
Hey,
go.
hold on, hold on.
Yeah.
If Chris Brown ain't beat on Rihanna, how y'all think this verses would go?
They would go for
What?
Chris Brown.
That actually
Wait a
doesn't
minute.
affect
They would go for Chris Brown.
Your
I'm
order of
asking.
relevancy.
Because
Nah, that doesn't
his
affect-
record
that
is immaculate, basically.
Finally,
Yeah.
somebody
I
understands.
mean, listen, I understand
I mean,
everything y'all
that
talk
doesn't
about,
affect
but
my-
we
Niggas is
just
acting like that
acknowledged
didn't
that an
happen
audience
anyway.
matters.
But I'm not
right?
holding that against Chris
And if
Brown.
we acknowledge
That
that an
doesn't affect
audience
my
matters, then the new question is, if Chris Brown never made that move with an audience that never seen him beat anybody, he made a commercial about spearmint gum or some shit like that, Winter Fresh, and it was fire. That boy was about to be
Exactly.
something completely
Thank
different.
you.
If he didn't do that, y'all really think this versus was going Usher favor? Flawless? Just
But
Yes,
we talk about the crowd, or we
Yes,
talk
because-
about the
Nah,
it's
actual
a
y'all
versus. So we talk
he
about
was
crowd
trying.
reaction, all that.
Yeah, because
Dancing,
niggas ain't even
features,
thinking
all
about
that
Chris
shit.
Brown beating Rihanna anyway.
Bro, nobody
Yes,
would
they
even
is.
brought that up.
No,
If
still
nobody
got the whole
they
nother
are
going on with that.
when it's relevant.
Unless Usher
Anytime
brings
he
that
do
shit up,
anything way
it
too
won't-
extravagant, the first thing they be like, yeah, he doing that.
But he
But you
still
remember
beat
that
that
one
girl.
time
Nah,
he
'cause
beat every time.
Nah, this
Yeah.
is where you fucked up though. He could easily have Rihanna come on the stage with him.
And
Like,
they
so
did a
that's-
song.
Yeah, so that's one of
Yeah.
those things where, like, not necessarily, you know what I mean? I don't think
But like
that really
we
plays.
have to acknowledge that
looking at
people
it
live
from-
off of the misery that creates. So we're not gonna act like those subgroups is just gonna disappear because he invited her on stage.
But they're not
They
gonna
make
be the people
millions
at the
off of
verses,
just
though.
saying those two names
I
anytime he
think
get
that's a
hot.
small
I
percentage.
don't
But
think
they not
people
gonna
gonna
be the
really
people
give a
at the
fuck.
verses,
I think
though.
people gonna really focus on the art versus what they did, because everybody still listening to Kels right now.
Yep.
Despite he pissing on the girl and he beat the case, he still
Okay,
put out
everybody
music that
talk
niggas still
about
listen
listening to Kels.
The nigga
How many of
still
y'all
drop
really
Double Up. He
blasting
still
that
drop
shit down the
Chocolate
street
Factory.
though?
I'm not trying to go off topic,
I'm not
but that's not
playing
gonna
that
affect
nigga.
you.
Still listen to R. Kelly though.
Yeah, you,
Like,
I mean, you
if
listening to
come
it
on, nigga,
in your
I don't think-
house. That's completely different than blasting
Nigga,
that
I
shit.
DJ, I
Yes.
spin it, I spin
I
Kels
agree.
every time
I
play.
agree.
Hey, I'm gonna go ahead and call it. Yo, you could be a
I don't-
percenter. Ain't nobody else spinning goddamn Kels on no DJ tables, bro. You the percenter, bro. And that's amazing.
Niggas
That's not
have
normal.
not canceled him. Believe it or not, I see
Chris
people
Brown's
write
on
about
tour
it
right
all the
now.
time.
He can't
Chris,
be canceled.
Chris Brown is on tour
unfortunately.
right now, and it ain't stopping people in Albuquerque buying his tickets for the
They
19th.
spending $1,000 to take pictures with this
Yo,
nigga.
that's what I'm saying. He's a
They ain't
cultural
stopping putting Rihanna
icon
ass
to
in
these
stuff.
young
Yeah,
females.
yeah.
yo.
Another
I
topic,
In
ain't
our
it?
generation, the way they would
honestly,
describe that
I
man is
think-
completely different, bro. I haven't
think
heard a
that-
female
that's
describe
a-
Usher how they describe
that's a-
Chris Brown.
I
They
think
love that
that's
man,
a cop out,
bro.
bro. I think it's a cop out, bro. Like I think that's a
It's
making
a
excuse
versus.
early.
Yeah, it's a
It's a cop-out.
versus. All that shit come into play. If we talk about just
No,
catalog,
it'll come
then
into
yeah,
play.
Usher.
It'll come into play. It'll
Right.
come into play if Usher makes it come into play.
I don't think
That's
it'll
the
come
only
into
way.
play at
Like,
all.
I don't know,
If
yo.
Usher brings
This
it
is
up, then
he
maybe.
about that
dancing like a
shit.
Jamaican, then he rapping when he feel like it, and then he switching to singing to sing a bitch
Hey,
out their
did-
draws. He different, yo.
Did y'all see Usher's little desk concert recently?
I
Where
seen
he
clips
sang
of it.
live?
I seen clips
Yo,
of it.
That
Marz,
motherfucker went on there to show that, like,
messages.
I'm that nigga. Like, y'all wildin'. Like, he went on there and just was like, I can do this shit live. I don't need no crazy.
That nigga got
Ain't nobody
that nigga got
fucking with me.
chords. That nigga got
He
some
could
chords.
sing.
Seriously.
He can
I
really
mean, they
sing.
both could
fucking
sing,
sing, bro.
but I
Nah,
think
but
Usher is
if
going
he-
to
if
win
he-
just
different.
off the. If we're going off of art, I think Usher is going to win because
Yeah,
of
and
the
if he do the
quality
beginning
of his music.
Superstar, bro.
Chris Brown
If he
has
just do the beginning
quantity.
of Superstar.
Chris Brown got quantity, but yeah, Usher got quality.
That's what I said. I think Chris Brown got a solid 40, but picking those 20 gonna be tough. And
Gonna
I
reach.
think that
He
if
got
it
to
ain't
reach.
going,
That nigga got
I
the
think
dig.
Okay.
I think if it ain't going good, those first 10, it's gonna be tragic for Chris Brown because then he gonna be like, oh no, we can't play that. We got to pick something else.
But I mean,
Like,
you
you know
look
what
at
I'm
the
saying?
He got the
analytics,
dig.
right?
Yeah.
For the last 5
He got the
years,
dig.
it looked like Chris Brown winning that though.
Nah, not really.
I mean, I'm just going
Not
off
really.
YouTube though. I'm just going
No,
off
because
YouTube. Chris Brown
what
got
I'm
the
saying
numbers
is
over Usher on that.
he
All
got
right,
numbers
we
in terms
we got
of
like last remarks.
Come on,
We
he talking
running
about-
on time.
We're not
Run
doing
on
that
time.
no more.
Oh, we not? Oh, okay, good.
No.
No, but I mean, like we've been on this slide for a minute.
Yeah, it's been a good.
My bad. It was just a little question if he ain't beat
Oh yeah,
Rihanna.
for
Because
sure.
that boy,
for sure.
he different, y'all. Everybody
I
I
love
mean,
him.
it's
pretty much-
engaging, yeah.
we pretty much skipped nope. So nah, but real talk, I think that it's if you really get down to it, Usher's got a solid 15 that are like obvious. So if he starts the joint off with like one banger and then does a few that most people know from the albums but that aren't like super bangers, he gonna flesh out the whole thing. real strong. Like Superstar is not a banger, right? It's not a number one or nothing like that. But he starts that off at the beginning with the way he sings it. Man, Chris Brown gonna have to pull
He's
vocals
dead.
out.
Breezy gonna have
Yeah,
to
he
reach.
gonna have to pull vocals out.
He
Like,
gonna have to reach.
so
This shit, bro, if Usher pull out a song that's not a number one, you know how much reaching Breezy got to do? He got to come back with his own number one or some shit like, damn, what's a popular Breezy song that didn't make number one? Yo Man Ain't Me or some dry shit like that. Like, he got to reach.
Oh, yeah, Your Man Ain't Me. I forgot.
He got to reach.
but it ain't gonna do well against if Usher's like singing. Like, because that's the other piece. If Usher's really singing and Chris Brown try to respond with "Look at Me Now," which is one of my favorite songs from him, if you try to respond with that after Usher just sang his heart out, bruh, he gonna look bad. Oh, you basically say you can't handle this. Like, all right, let me change the subject, bro. Like, that's pretty much it. Like, yo, that's not a good look. So that's what I'm saying. What song does Chris Brown have that y'all think where he really, just sidebar, right? Where he really got vocals? Like, where you like, this motherfucker's singing.
The only shit that come to mind was that song with Twister he had.
They can hear me.
That's probably the best thing I hadn't heard growing up Chris Brown
Did y'all
doing. That
hear
shit was a
Toya?
long time
I
ago.
didn't hear. What she
Did
said?
y'all hear her?
What she said?
What she said?
See, they can't hear you. I be telling you that. You don't even
You
speak
said
up.
where he used his vocals. I said this Christmas. That's it. That's all I know.
Which one?
He put his heart in This Christmas. You know the song by Chris Brown.
Oh, This Christmas.
This Christmas. He put his
Oh,
heart in
this Christmas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If he starts the verses off
Okay,
with
so
that, I'm turning it off.
Twister featuring Chris Brown make a movie. That's probably the best thing I heard Joe do, and that was 11 years ago.
That's
And
rough.
it's a feature.
Yeah.
That's rough. That's
He
rough.
said that's rough.
It is.
That's a good
That's
song.
rough. But that's what I think this is gonna boil down to. If Usher challenges him on vocals, Chris Brown, I don't think can answer. And if it goes, and then if Usher does it again, the crowd gonna go to Usher. And then, you saw what happened with Jada. Like once the crowd goes with him, it's over. Like, so if he just like, I mean, you make good music, but you can't really sing, bruh. If he says that shit,
He ain't gonna say he ain't that disrespectful.
That nigga, are you saying he gonna ruin his whole career? Cause that's
did you
what it
see what
sounds like.
Mario did to Omarion?
But Omarion couldn't
Yeah.
sing.
Did you see what Mario
That
did
was
to
different. He
Omarion?
called that boy. He knew what that was. But like Chris
Yo,
Brown might fuck
Mario
around and
said
show
you
up though.
can't. Yo, Mario said you can't even spell Omarion without Mario, bitch. Like, I was like, God damn. Like, Jesus.
Got humbled in
That was unnecessary.
He got humbled in that verse. That shit was crazy.
Yeah, he was so disrespectful. He brought them dudes out acting like B2K. It was so bad.
I mean,
It was so bad.
he was dancing his ass off though. He showed us he still got them moves, boy.
I'm tired of the bitch.
Eating watermelon, stop it, man. That shit was terrible. But anyways, that's all I got to say on it. I think Usher wins that pretty easily on vocals alone. But if Chris Brown plays the crowd, maybe he can get him on his side, I guess. That's the only way I see him winning. It won't be from music. It'll have to be from him dancing or something. It won't be from music.
His entertainment
Yeah,
value, basically. That's
A gimmick.
That's not a gimmick. He's an artist, you know what I'm saying? But it won't be from music.
That
Like,
nigga said if he beat up Rihanna.
They're gonna be like, hey, did you make this song before or after you beat her? Like,
Yeah, they're gonna be thinking
Exactly.
They got added up.
Would you put what celebrity would you pay $1,000 for a meet and greet?
None.
He said none. Me too.
Yeah, none.
It's a lot of money.
I feel like that's unnecessary money.
Just
Like,
off me DJing,
That's
I got
commitment.
paid and still met motherfuckers and took pictures with them, so I wouldn't pay shit, nothing.
Hey, I got all kinds of photos that make people jealous. I'd like to know. Now, if you were to say like maybe
I don't got
Dead or
none of that,
Alive,
but
you
$1,000
say
too
maybe
much
yeah,
just to take
I
a
got
picture.
a picture with Stan Lee, bro. That trumps anything we're talking about. But
That's
if
wild.
but if you were to I don't know. I guess if Michael Jackson was alive, maybe. Like, I don't know though. And I'd have to be a teenager. Like you'd have to be a long time ago. You know what I'm saying? So
don't be too young.
Nah, I'm too big for that. But it would have to been I couldn't see me doing it, to be honest. I mean, we barely pay for concerts. Y'all want us to pay for pictures? Wow. Like,
I wouldn't
Halle
spend
Berry,
no
man.
money, that kind of money to see anybody.
Yeah,
Are
nobody.
we all in agreement to this and
No.
we can move on?
Yeah,
Nah,
I think
I'm
so.
not
doing
I
that.
think
Nah,
we're
I
all in
couldn't-
agreement.
Yeah,
I think we're all in
$150,000.
agreement.
That's dead. Like I said, I've been DJing for 5 years and met Grammy-nominated artists and all kind of shit. Been backstage, did that shit already. Like I have that experience. I feel like I shouldn't have to pay a rack. Like I pay to go to concerts in Austin, but if they do some shit in Killeen, I'm damn sure not paying for this. I'm walking straight through the front door, no ticket, no nothing. Fuck this.
Nah, I can.
Because Toya won't speak up so people can hear her. She says she probably do it for Tupac.
There's certain
Whoa. Yo, I
Definitely
swear
not.
you read my
Definitely
mind
not.
because I was gonna say I'd probably do
Nah.
it for Tupac too.
That's
Definitely
wild.
not.
I think
Definitely
That's
not.
wild.
That man's
Well,
fine.
I mean, listen. You see, all 3 pictures are females, so he knows his audience.
Well, no, I mean,
Oh,
there's some
he
people.
knows
There's
that.
some
Nah, it was
people
one
guys out
corny
there.
ass
Well.
dude
Pay
that took a
money
picture with
to
Breezy.
take a
and
picture
that
with
shit-
another
that shit
nigga.
went off.
for a picture.
No, there are some pictures out
That's
there.
what I said. It would have, even if it was MJ, it had to be like as a teenager. It like there's as a grown man, there's like, nah, I'm good, bro. Like it'd be cool.
It got to be something attached to it. Like I got to be getting something out of it.
Maybe
Not just no
Berry.
picture.
Yeah, that's wild.
Like give me an exclusive pair of shoes or some shit.
Yeah, I couldn't even go with the Tupac piece. Like, nah, I'm good.
think
I ain't paying $1,000 to see no other.
I was a fan of. I was listening to Tupac.
Yeah, that part. I'm not paying $1,000 to see
Like,
another
if-
human.
if-
Nigga,
You
I
know
bought
what?
your album.
I honestly,
happy.
I'm not sure. I don't think Tupac would actually like promote his stuff for like thousands of dollars.
He probably wouldn't for
he would.
thousands. But he would. He was about his money. He was about his money.
Mm-hmm.
He was about his money, 100%.
He was a
I mean,
nigga,
I
but he was
could,
about his money for sure.
Like, I can
Yeah,
see why
especially
people-
when he was at the top of his game with the whole whether it's Machiavelli or the All Eyes on Me. Like at that time, he was all about money. So,
bro, the nigga said, "Say my name, watch bitches come."
yeah. Now, if you talk about the Tupac from Digital Underground or from like Ooh Child, you know what I'm saying? That type of, he was like, we should respect our women and this, that, and the other thing. But by the time All Eyes on Me came out, he was fuck bitches and this, that. Like he didn't give a shit about women anymore. So that's all I'm saying. Like, I guess if you called him like when he was still fucking Bishop, for those who get the reference, when he was still Bishop, then yeah. But nah, the Tupac, the Thug Life Tupac, nah. I'm good.
Nah, I'm good. I'm good on that one. Next.
I mean, I can understand why people do it, but I mean, personally, I wouldn't. That's just me.
Because they got extra money.
I mean, they got the money for it, fine.
This
That's all I'm
clown,
saying.
this clown ass.
It's an
nigga.
experience. Like you might not never get that experience again, so I can understand why.
Oh,
They got
these
money.
niggas that took pictures.
Grown
I said
ass
what niggas
niggas.
take
Yeah,
pictures
grown
with.
man.
Man, ain't no
Like grown man
way.
take pictures with them. Yeah,
Bro, that's
grown
a
man take
grown
pictures.
I
ass
don't got it, yo.
dude.
Niggas
If I
out
had
here
enough
doing that
money to
shit.
just spend thousands of dollars to take pictures, I probably would, but I
Them
don't got
niggas
it.
doing that
I'm good on
exercise
that
in the
shit,
army.
Nah.
Hey, wait, this
Get that shit off the
is my
screen,
caveat
man.
to it. If I was spending
Get that shit off the
$1,000 for
screen.
like
That shit off
somebody
the
that
screen,
I can
man.
actually learn from, like if I got to
You the
learn
type of nigga that
Warren,
wants to
what
sit down
Warren
and
Buffett
Spencer, put your
invested
damn
in
arms
his
down,
work.
boy.
It's not on
Put your
camera.
damn arms down. Put your ass on. That shit off the screen, man.
I don't
I
know.
would
That nigga
pay.
said, I'm paying
Them
$1,000.
niggas doing a hell of a stretch, boy.
Okay. Hey,
Can you
quick,
take
The
quick,
overarm
It's
stretch.
hey, quick.
I can see why people spend. Honestly, would I do it personally? Probably not. But I can see why people do it because I spend sometimes hundreds of dollars for voice actors to fucking take pictures with me, sign my shit, and all kinds of shit. So I can see. But you know, hundreds of dollars isn't
I
thousands.
think you do it. You
But you ain't
spend
spending thousands.
I'm not spending thousands, but I do spend sometimes depending on like if I have gear that like merch I want to get signed or you know
Okay,
like how I got the
Tell dude.
voice actor to shout out the squad and shit.
So you got something out of it. What are they getting other than a picture?
That's what I'm saying. Like I got something out of it. Like, and even sometimes some of that merch can actually cost stuff.
So to that point, you saying that you do, because I guess at the end of the day, it's something that you want to spend your money on. Now I have this conversation with other people when they say, why do you buy so many sneakers? That's a waste of money. To me, it's not a waste of money. You smoke and you drink your money away. To me, that's a waste of money, but I don't keep coming to y'all saying, why do y'all smoke or drink or do this or that? It's at the end of the day, it's just whatever you want to spend your money on.
And also, like I said, I can see why people spend their money on this because it's something of value for them. But like for me, I don't know, if you're not gonna make me money, or if it's not something that I'm like really into, I don't think I'd spend grand. Sometimes I don't even want to spend that $40 just to get a signature.
$40?
Yeah, sometimes they'll charge depending on what you get signed.
If it's at a Comic-Con, yeah, they do that a lot.
Yeah, at a Comic-Con.
Yeah, look, so I go in uniform, so they just do it for free for me. So that's sometimes the cheat code. But y'all saw that video I posted where I was talking about the intro. That's nothing but a ton of celebrities that did a little shout out and everything, just because I asked them to. I didn't pay for none of that shit. So like, but I utilized the army to take advantage.
Yeah.
Hey, the army gonna get what they want out of me. I'm gonna get what the fuck I want out of them. That's how I look at it.
And I did too when I was in the army. When they had a bunch of celebrities coming in doing like free signatures and stuff, man, I spent a whole work day getting wrestler signatures. And
see, I was escorting them around in Korea. It was pretty dope. I ain't gonna lie. Hey, so I will say this though. I just like an addendum to the question. If the question was, what celebrity would I spend a G to maybe kick it with for a half hour? Like, not talking about sexual or nothing. I'd probably say like Mark Cuban or something like that. Someone who could really give me some nuggets about being successful. You feel me? Like, I'll pay for that. Like, but in terms of just for a photo op, that's wild to me. That's wild to me. And I think the sneakers and the weed and drink are a waste of money. I'm just putting that out there. But I gotta argue.
He is killing you right now, dog.
This nigga rude.
Hey, rude as hell.
Okay, so to Marz, Joe, everybody who is eating, basically, Toya wants to know what y'all are eating.
Steak and corn.
Little Caesars pizza.
Okay, I know it was random, but she keep asking me what y'all eating. Like, I'm sitting beside y'all.
I like eating, okay?
Like,
Mine
you could smell it.
like-
And she get
Usually, sometimes I'm usually cooking, but I don't know. Today was one of those Fridays where I was just like, I did my infusion today, so I'm kind of like not in the mood of wanting to stand up and cook.
I just drove 10 hours, bro. I'm about to go order pizza.
Hey, I just ordered
Just
pizza,
get to my
man.
house.
I just ordered some Domino's pizza with wings.
He said everybody eating pizza, nigga. I'm
Domino's.
eating steak. What's wrong with y'all?
It's Friday, bro. It's Friday.
Friday is steak day.
Bro, no, Friday is pie day, bro. Yo, Friday's pie day, bro. Like,
I got steak coming tomorrow too.
Yeah, I do steak on Sunday, bro. Steak and potatoes on Sunday.
This was the pan-fried steak. I'm about to have a grilled steak tomorrow.
Man, I hope the weather ain't bad tomorrow. It's raining like a
He said,
motherfucker.
I'm gonna go cut the meat off the cow myself.
I'm gonna chop that shit up.
Yeah, that cow gotta fucking die, boy.
I'm
My food.
about to bust down some pizza.
Hey, go to the bit.
Oh, it should be straight tomorrow. Okay.
Why they got her face like that?
That's
though?
rough, man.
Here we go.
How
Here
do
we
y'all feel about
go.
the sentencing? What do y'all?
Yeah, I'm gonna tell y'all what.
Or
There's
thoughts
a
about that?
movie. There's a movie y'all should go watch. Let me find it real quick before I even comment on this.
My tattoo is better than her lion. My tiger tattoo better than her lion. That lion.
Let's see it, nigga.
This nigga talking about it.
It's on my chest, bro. I ain't showing my chest to y'all niggas.
Well, hey,
Why you bring it up?
No. Nigga, he came onto the team with his shirt on.
He acting like he ain't never been on his service before. I think
He just naked.
Lord, man.
I think it's just very sad that she's about to do 9.5 years, especially
Tiger way better.
Out of country.
Bro,
you tried it.
She's a political prisoner.
At this point, yeah, she's
a POW, bro. She ain't going nowhere.
She ain't going nowhere.
She's stuck for 9 years.
Hey, I personally think the biggest mistake was when they gave her so much attention, to this case. Russia knew if they could get this much attention from the entire world for one person, shit, why let her go? And that's all it is. You got to think about the U.S. was willing to barter with Russia to give up their #1 fucking merchant of death weapons dealer for a basketball player. Russia looking like we got all the cards in our hands. All we got to do is play it right.
Player.
You said what?
With this basketball player.
Yeah. But
he got all the intelligence.
Like I've been saying since day one, I think if people didn't make such a big fuss about it, they would have been let her go. But once you start seeing like niggas when people start seeing a whole bunch of people want something, they be like, hold on, maybe I should keep this.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's what I was saying from day one. And then people
maybe it's worth a little something.
People keep saying, well, if it was LeBron, he would have been out. And I think no, because they know how big LeBron.
They wouldn't have let LeBron.
They would have made a big deal about LeBron.
They would have definitely kept LeBron.
Yeah, LeBron would have been a.
They would have kept them, or the U.S. would have gave. Well, the U.S. would have gave up that arms dealer. No questions about it.
Nah, they would have. They would have went to war.
They would have.
We would have extracted that nigga. We're not giving them up for free.
I don't know about
they would have gave because I think Russia actually asked for more than just that arms dealer. I
found the movie I was talking about. Y'all need to look up the movie Return to Paradise. The whole point of this movie is that these three casts, two guys and a female, they go on a vacation to one of the islands in Southeast Asia, and one of them gets caught with a little bit of weed, and they give them they put him in prison. They put him in prison, and in the movie, I'm gonna give the movie away, which I don't normally do, but this movie old as fuck. So it's with Vince Vaughn and Joaquin Phoenix, and in the movie, they arrest him for exactly what we're talking about. They arrest him for that. He's locked up. Their prison is real. All right, this is like third world country, so their prison is real. He eventually, or they eventually get the female reporter. She eventually gets a news story out about basically what's been going on with Brittany Griner, right? Similar thing. Once they put the news out, the judge on the case takes offense to it and gives the guy the death penalty, and they kill the guy in the movie. Like, and the whole point of it is, just because in America you think that it's okay that you would come to our country with your drugs and you think that it's okay, and then you act like we're barbarians because we consider that drug to be a drug. We'll show you how much of barbarians we really are. You know what I'm saying? Like, seeing as you want to take it there, bet. And they killed the guy. For half an hour. And I'm telling you what, the movie called Return to Paradise. It's got Vince Vaughn and Joaquin Phoenix, the dude who played Joker. It's got those two in it. Y'all watch that movie. That shit was so serious. And, you know, Vince Vaughn usually in comedies.
Yeah.
You know, he usually in comedies. It is not a comedy. Return to Paradise. It was out in 1998. Yeah. I'm just letting y'all know, like, I said this when somebody posted on my Facebook the other day about this situation. We in America take our liberties for granted, and we don't realize that other nations, see, we're trying to say it's a political thing and this, that, and the other thing. I bet by calling out Russia, they pissed them off. Like dead ass. Like, okay, we were just gonna give her a slap on the wrist, but seeing as y'all want to act like Russia's the big bad monster, fuck it, we'll be that. You know what I'm saying? So she about to do 9 years. Like, and you keep talking, it's gonna get worse. You know, keep talking, she gonna disappear.
Keep talking.
No, I mean, that's real talk. We're talking about one of the few nations in the world that is like, fuck America. There's only a couple of them. And we sitting there talking bad about it when they got a hostage from us. And the hostage ain't really that important. I hate to say it that way, but she's not a super figure. That's all I'm saying. So we have to think about the fact, and you know, I got it. I see a different perspective because of my job, but we have to think about what it is that we do, and we have to stop assuming that because it's okay here, it's okay everywhere, or because we consider it petty, they consider it petty. Yeah, and they don't consider that shit petty, bro. And I'm honestly, I hate it for her because nobody wants to be in prison. Nobody definitely wants to be in prison in Russia. I hate it for her, but she made a dumb fucking mistake. Why would you take drugs to Russia? Like, what in the fucking, what were you thinking?
I mean,
like, I have to at some point.
Why would you try to take them out?
It's just dumb. Why would you put yourself in that position? Like, it doesn't make sense. So there is a certain point where I'm like, hey, bro, you got to sleep in that bed you made. Like, there is a certain point where I think that I thought the same thing when I'm from Massachusetts. Weed is 100% legal in Massachusetts. Before it was legal, I was like, bro, if you get him, my brother smoked every day, bro, wake and bake the whole night. Hey, if you get caught on that shit, bro, like, you gonna be saying they did you wrong.
Wait, it's legal or it's illegal?
In Mass, it's legal now.
Oh,
but
okay.
My brother been smoking since he was like 12.
I mean,
so you know what I'm saying? Like,
that's how it is.
Yeah, that's how it is here. So people take advantage of it, and that's why I be tripping, because so many people be tripping talking about how terrible America is, and I'm like, you guys don't even know, like the amount, like in Korea, South Korea, not talking about North, in South Korea, if they think that you use drugs, they will give you a drug test. If you fail a marijuana drug test in Korea, they will put you in jail for a year. Hey. Like, that is in South Korea, where all of us have been stationed. Y'all ain't never seen no weed in Korea. There's a reason. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they don't play that shit, bro. They don't play guns in Korea. The cops don't even have guns on them. There's a reason. You get caught with a gun in Korea, you're done for 5 years, bro. Like,
boy,
I think that people just look at shit different.
If they had this shit in America where cops couldn't even have guns either, there'll be a whole bunch of cops getting their ass whooped.
You say that, but they got tasers and everything else. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I've seen a lot of niggas use some tasers.
You talking about top flight security of the world, Craig?
Hey guys, I gotta go.
And you gotta think.
All right.
All right, bro.
All right.
Yo, in England, they don't have guns anymore. They outlaw guns. So the cops don't really be rocking guns. People, they still got violence, but it's with knives and bar fights. They got soccer hooligans and this, that, and the other. But it's very rare that you hear about you never hear about any kind of mass shooting, and it's rare that you hear about a shooting, period. They still fuck people up. Gangsters are gangsters regardless, but it's like the gun piece is just out of there. They got gangsters in Korea. Like, but you got to be in that game to be in that game. You feel me? So it's one of those things. So my thing is with her, why did she put herself in that position? It's the same shit I was saying about fucking what was his name? LaMelo Ball. Like, when he did, why would you steal something in China? Fuck wrong with you? Like, you're not in even a nation that considers us friendly. Why would you do that?
Right.
LaMelo Ball got arrested?
He got man. He got kicked out of college for that. No, they didn't cut his hand off.
He's stupid.
He's in the NBA right now, dumbass. Like, but
cut his fucking head off.
Nah, but real, or LiAngelo, that's his name, right? LiAngelo. LaMelo's the one on Charlotte, but LiAngelo's the one. He got the middle one.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? Remember they canceled his scholarship to North Carolina, whatever school he was at, UCLA or whatever. They canceled his scholarship. They kicked him out of NCAA because they had to fight to get him back over here from China. Yeah. It was like 3 years ago. It's just, I just don't know. If you're in a country that we don't consider friendly, you should be on your best behavior, period. I don't care. Yeah, like, period. Now, if you in England where we cool, okay, but you gonna go to Russia, bro? You gonna put your country in a position where they gotta kiss ass to Russia? Like, what's wrong with you?
Russia is Russia and Korea are the last two countries you want to fuck around in.
And China.
And China, yeah, China too.
Yeah, and guess who controls Korea? Russia and China. They control Korea, North Korea. Yeah. So I'm like, why would you in either of those countries, or that's like being in the Middle East and doing some dumb shit like that. You like, come on, man. You like, and then to say that America's fucked up for not basically kissing ass to a nation that have been trying to get us to kiss their ass for years. Like that's just wild. Imagine if take countries out of it. Imagine this is your like brother, and he do some shit to your rival, who he knows is your rival, and he puts you in a position where you got to kiss your rival's ass to save your brother's life. Like, why would you do that to me, bro? You're a terrible fucking brother.
I'm mad at you.
Yeah. You're a terrible motherfucker, man.
I'm mad as fuck at you right now.
Yeah. So that's all I got on it. But anyway, we go to the next one.
Anybody else got anything for this? Nah. All right.
Y'all watch that movie though?
Nope.
So they trying to pass a bill talking about child support at conception. So before the baby's even born.
That's stupid as fuck.
That's stupid as fuck. What if they're together?
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
What if they're together? He can't pay child support if he's with the mother.
What if it's not his child?
What if it's not his child?
It's not his child.
Hold on. Even better.
After the baby is born and they put him on child support, get him tested.
Like back child support?
That previous 9 months of child support.
Oh, you said what if it's not his and he don't know?
I'll tell you what. This is how I feel about it. If that is okay, then we should be able to sue a girl for having an abortion. If that's the case, my baby, because you killed my baby.
No, because
like it's my baby.
Niggas don't want kids.
Who told you that? Hey, no, that's not true. That's not true.
Wants a child by a woman. Y'all want to do the do.
That's not true.
Y'all want to take care of what y'all did.
That's not true. That's not true at all. Hey, you talking
that's
to
that's specific niggas though.
Hey, you talking to a single father. You picked the wrong one. No, that's just not true. Secondly, I know a lot of people who wanted to have the baby and the girl got the abortion anyways. I know a lot of men who are in that. Yeah, I know a lot. I know a lot of people. All right, like
they're not gonna tell you.
Yeah, like how many people just be out their mouth? How many people just be out their mouth? Yeah, my girl got an abortion. Like, come on.
I ain't even want the baby. Like, what?
Like, come on. That's a crazy ass assumption that all men just don't want kids. That's a crazy ass assumption. Like, I've seen how many movies have you seen where a woman who's single in her 30s or 40s said that she once had a relationship but he wanted kids and she didn't? Like that is a regular fucking story when it comes to business women. And guess who's very common in today's age? The modern woman are business women who don't want kids. So like I know one woman in particular, she's in Killeen, Texas right now, who is 42 years old and told me she had 11 abortions because she didn't want kids. I was like, why didn't you get fixed? Because I wanted kids eventually.
11.
So you was just
11, bro.
My thing is, you're gonna have 11 abortions. Why not go through the trouble of getting birth control?
I said that too.
I
said that too.
He's on both sides of the seesaw.
That's
like
what I'm saying.
That makes no sense to me. Like, oh yeah, I do want kids.
I'm gonna tell you why.
It also don't make sense. That go ahead.
I'm gonna tell you why, because people only think in the moment. Women like to get nutted in, and people like to fuck raw. That's just the reality of what it is.
That is true.
That's really what it is. And people don't think about the long-term effects. They think about the right now. They like, I know I like
to feel good right now, Brent.
I know I like to fuck raw. Whatever happens later, feel real good I'll deal with it later. That's what it is. Same thing with niggas. They be like, shit, I want to nut in her. I want to fuck raw. I'm not thinking about what can happen later. That's what we do. That's what we like. That's what we do.
Hey, that's niggas, bro.
People don't think about it. People don't think
about it. Here's my thing when it comes
to later.
That's true. Here's my thing about the whole situation. Whenever this topic comes up, it's like all their responses are, you should castrate men, or you should have men take get the surgery so they can't have babies, or your vasectomies, and like, first of all, that shit is not guaranteed to be reversed if you try to do it. I know from fact, because I had the reversal done. My shit still don't work. Like, so like I got a new wife who don't have kids. You feel me? So I've actually been in that spot. So that's one. And then two, it's like, well, you could get your tubes tied too. Shit. If that's the case, right? If it's that easy.
So are you saying it's fair that they have laws
to get our tubes tied?
Which again?
Once I had my daughter, I could not get my tubes tied.
I couldn't get my vasectomy until I had 2 kids. The doctor wouldn't let me.
Yeah, they won't let.
The
They
doctor
won't
wouldn't
let
let me.
women
Yeah.
have.
They do it to
They
men
won't
too,
let
is what I'm
women have
saying.
breast our tube size. Yeah.
They do the same thing to me. They told me I couldn't because I only had 1 kid and I was under 24. So it wasn't until I had my 2nd kid and I was 27 that they were okay with letting me get a vasectomy done. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know why women think that this is a woman only issue. And I think that that's a part of the issue in the first place.
We're not
It's
even
like we take
now.
Wait,
no,
hey,
that's not true, actually. Oh, let me respond to that because that's a big one, right? It's not that women are not allowed to have abortions now. It's that different states have different laws. So if
different states with their laws can put us in jail for life.
Yeah. Hey, hold on.
You don't get anything. What are the repercussions for you? Because say for instance, we're a couple, we don't want a baby. I decide to get an abortion. Guess what? I'm the motherfucker going to jail, not you.
I'm gonna pay for your books. You good?
Yeah, right. Why would we do it? Why would you do it in a state where you know that that's the law? Though?
But I'm just saying.
No, but I'm literally
the law.
I'm
People
literally
can't go. There's not people who have the necessities to go to a different state to go get an abortion.
So I agree with that. I agree with that. Except
I don't feel as though people should be able to. I feel like with these laws, it's all put on a woman now and not the man.
When was it ever like put on the man? The man had no choice. Most times when people talking about this, I've seen so many posts that say men's opinion on this don't even matter. So like if you say that men's opinion on it don't even matter, so it doesn't matter whether you get an abortion or not. I have no say in it. But once you have the kid, then I absolutely am forced to pay for that kid for the rest of my life if I didn't want it. So that's where there's an issue. That's where there's an issue. It's like, it's not fair, but life ain't fair. I got it. But it's not fair altogether. Like I'm not saying that it's right. I don't agree with the fact that they took away Roe versus Wade. I thought that was a fucked up thing to do. But at the same time, I'm like, men get no representation when it comes to their kids. Like we get treated like we're babysitters and not fathers. We get treated like we don't.
I don't know. I grew up in a single family home. My dad was the one who raised me. So my opinion on that is completely different. I have very strong views with single males, like single parent males, because like I said, I grew up in a home where my dad was my mom and my dad.
Right, but do you think that's the standard?
So funny when I hear people say that.
And I say that, and I'm not saying that in the sense that like he did a lot of things for me that my mom should have done, and she never did.
No, I totally get that, but do you think that that is the standard opinion across the states?
I know for a fact there isn't. I know
exactly.
That
so the vast majority of people, I'm a single father. My kids live with me. You know what I'm saying?
And I praise
they don't live with their mother; they live with me. No, but that's cool and all, but that's my job. I don't really care about the praise because I'm supposed to do that, right? So I look at it like, I appreciate it though, but I look at it like, yo, why is it that when it comes to the father, they're treated like we're babysitters and we can't be trusted with our kids? Like, what the fuck? And so why can the
depends on the baby mama, huh?
Wait, hold on.
No, but that's most of them though. That's society. We're not talking about individuals.
That's a whole nother topic. We talking about child support and conception.
That's what I'm saying. Hey, hold on. We on a whole nother topic. We talking about damn child support on a fucking fetus. How the fuck did we go all the way right?
Because it all goes hand in hand.
No, it's not. It says child support.
Yeah,
you're right.
Hey, real quick. First and foremost, I'm gonna put it like this, Joe. I fully respect your dad because I will hands down tell you, a man taking care of a woman and teaching her how to be a woman is the hardest thing any man can do. Because I promise you, we don't know how to teach a woman how to be a woman.
No, my dad had a really hard time. My dad had to learn how to. My dad had to learn how to comb hair.
Exactly.
Had to learn how to.
I just tried to watch
how to dress myself appropriately like a girl. Yo,
I got a daughter, man. I feel it.
So,
ponytails and shit. I'm good at ponytails.
With the pigtails.
I used to have long hair, so I would braid my own shit. So
teach her son how to be a man.
And that's
Say
hard.
again?
You know what?
And
I grew up doing that. I'm a single mom and I have a boy. So I had a hard time. Yo, I had to teach my son how to pee standing up. I don't even got a fucking penis.
That's what I'm saying.
I had
know
the
you
hardest time,
so
but I did it. I taught him how to ride a bike. I taught him how to
Exactly.
shoot a
But-
basketball. And
That's
I don't
good
even
shit.
play basketball. Like,
That's good shit.
but you know
Hey.
what? I'm also a person who can say that I don't have a shit baby daddy either. Like, we've had our issues, but we co-parent very, very well now. And
Okay,
That's what's
so,
up.
So,
and,
oh,
I
you
think-
know, yeah, I don't
Go ahead,
shit
go
on
ahead, go
him
ahead.
and he don't shit on me, but I also don't let people shit on him and he don't let people shit on me.
that's
So,
good. That's good.
That's
you know,
great.
that's
But
amazing.
back to this child support at conception thing.
Yeah,
Listen,
I think that's
I
fucked up.
disagree.
I 100% agree with this shit. And the only reason why I agree, listen,
Oh my god.
listen.
I'm
I'm
listening,
on the
bro.
I'm on the back. I'm on both
Spencer,
sides.
mute
Listen.
him.
We got the
Spencer,
new
mute him
outfit.
right
I
now.
want
Listen.
to hear this.
Hear me
New
out. Hear me
Brandon.
out.
We got
Let
the
him
new outfit.
talk.
Hear me out. Damn. Listen, I'm on the
I'm
spectrum
listening.
of I pay child support and I'm with the woman who received child support. On the back end of seeing what a single mother deals with, regardless, it's tough as shit when they doing it by themselves financially. But on the opposite end, with me not actively being present in that household with my child, I understand why I'm paying child support, because even though I'm not physically there on a day-to-day basis, I know my finances can contribute to a positive lifestyle. At least for me, I know that's my intent. I can't say nothing about what anybody does with the money, but I know what my intent is. Hold up, wait. Now,
I just
after
got a question.
What's up?
So you couldn't do that on your own without child
You
support?
could just give her money, bro. Like child support is a
Actually,
court force.
Listen, here's the thing, and I can 100%
Can't help that if
say
somebody puts him on.
that could I.
He can't help whether
Like the
he
piece.
could be helping and somebody can still.
Hold on,
him
put a
child
pin in there. I
support.
think my piece is just pulled up. Hold on.
All right.
Oh man, he came out with some
Now
tragic
my
shit. That
dog's
was
fucking
terrible.
barking now.
That was terrible. That was terrible.
So
The
child
new
support,
outfit right there,
so
boy.
child support at conception.
That's terrible.
I don't agree with it.
So what if
What if
At
they're
all.
together?
So what if like she has a miscarriage and you have to pay like 4 months of child support and then she has a miscarriage?
Like it's shenanigans. The whole topic shenanigans.
Yeah,
it's just-
he shouldn't have to
It's
pay.
ridiculous.
back
Like,
for
I'm gonna agree. I
miscarriage.
think the whole
there's
That's a
topic
so
ridiculous
many
notion.
factors that go into play to that. What happened
Yeah.
if it's not his? What happened? Like you said, if there was a
Did he do something to make her have a
miscarriage,
miscarriage? Then it goes to a whole different like
Well,
rabbit
that's his
hole.
assault,
are they
bro. That's
together? Like, I feel like if you're together, why should you have to pay child support? Like, that's
that doesn't make
stupid.
sense.
You're literally
So
paying
who
the
said
fucking
that if
rent.
they were together, child support?
But it's saying child support at conception, so
Yeah, no,
we're,
but
you know, it
But
doesn't matter.
We're not talking about the people who are together though.
Yeah,
Okay,
they're
so
talking
this
about
is
they're talking
like
about people
if-
that are split. Yeah, they're talking about people that are split.
'Cause
So what is this
normally-
like, more of a back pay type of thing?
Yeah, they're talking about after they're born that they got to back pay those 9
Okay,
months.
if they're not
My-
together,
my-
yeah. If they're not together, then yes. But if they're
I
together,
disagree.
But
I
back
disagree.
pay,
if
I
you
don't know.
if there's not an agreement, like if the father and the mother can't come to an agreement of, okay, I'll help with this and that and the third, then yeah, probably should be child support at conception. But if they have an agreement,
The most I could agree to is that the dad pays half of the medical bills for her.
What about daycare expenses?
I'm about to
She's-
say medical,
she-
nigga.
There ain't no
Daycare is like
daycare. Hey,
$700.
hold on.
Medical bills
Hold
for pregnant.
on. What the fuck? What are we talking about? Ain't no daycare for a child at conception.
I'm saying
The
they're going to
baby
be
don't
paying
exist
child.
yet.
They're going to be paying child support.
No,
No,
so
but
when the
No,
baby's
he's talking
born,
about like the
no.
back pay. He's talking about
The
the back
baby don't
pay of
exist
you got to go
yet.
back to
having
work.
to pay
Yo, what are we
conception.
talking about?
Okay.
Oh yeah, when
He's talking
there's no
about that
baby.
9 months.
We're talking about the 9 months.
He's talking about
Aren't we
that
talking
9
about the
months
9
where
months?
that baby was in you.
Yeah.
What about
I'm talking
daycare?
about birth. I don't fuck with
I-
that conception.
I know that
This
she's
bitch better
only
not be
3
going to
months,
daycare.
but what about daycare?
This bitch better not be going to daycare without
I need the daycare bill too for them 9 months.
Yeah, you
I know the
know
baby
about
only
it.
1 month. The baby a week old. We need daycare.
Hold on, what are we talking about?
Yo, stop it. Yo, nah, if we're not, that's different. That's child support in general. That's regular child support. We're talking about while she's pregnant, bro. Ain't no kid.
Nah.
Ain't no kid.
I feel like
That's
medical bill. I feel like medical bills is like legit.
Maybe.
I feel
Depends
like
on
if the man is showing a reason to not want to be with her, like, man, fuck that ain't my baby or whatever like that, then yeah, that's a special case though. But in usual cases, niggas are together or they're in some type of fucked up relationship. So he's going to be around his child. There's no reason to put
a lot of these girls be getting it in, bro. A lot of these girls be getting it in.
That's true.
A lot of these girls be getting it in.
Regardless if a
and
man
dude like, hey, we ran train on you. That ain't my baby. Like yeah, that we got. Don't act like that shit don't happen.
Regardless if a man is doing everything he's supposed to be doing as a father, a woman can just still put him on child support. Like, why? It's like
if she makes beef
or something.
If she makes beef, then there's a discrepancy, and the courts get involved. That's the bottom line. So like I look at it like this. I have a different perspective because I'm a single father, and my ex doesn't pay me any child support. So I look at it as I don't have the same feelings as old boy getting his pizza surrounding the situation because I pay for everything. You know what I'm saying? I pay for everything. And now my new wife, who's been with me for 6 years, is standing in as a mom at home. But there was years where that wasn't the case. So you know what I'm saying? Like that. So I pay for everything, and I look at it as, yo, if you. So I said this to my ex-wife, and this is how I got custody in the first place. I said, if you can't survive without me paying child support, then the kid should live with me. Like, and that's really how I felt about it. Like, if you can't do it unless I'm helping you, then I'll do it. Like, so like, that's not to say I won't pay child support, but if you have to have child support, that means my kids are living in slums. If you got to live off of child support so they can come live with me and we'll just be amicable about it. You know what I'm saying? And I don't need shit from you. I don't need shit from you.
Of course, I understand what you're saying, but they're not on the men's side in that case.
Facts.
No, in mine it is actually. No, in mine they actually were. So the courts told my ex that she needs to pay me $205 a month because I make like over 2 stacks a month. I mean, over 8 stacks a month. So like they were like, she still got to pay me $200 like a month or whatever. It's like $220. I'm like, keep that shit, bro. Just make sure you got money when they come visit you to take them out and shit.
You know,
like,
I don't when you call him a bro.
Yo. Hey, you know what though? She and I were together for 20 years. Real talk. We were together for 20 years, and we got 2 kids together. My oldest is 15, and a boy and a girl. And flat out, she's family, whether I want her to be or not. It just is what it is. We've known each other too long. I've known her more than half my cousins at this point. You know what I'm saying? Just because 20 years, bro. So like, she's family regardless. My current wife can't stand that, but she's family regardless, and that's just the way it is. You know, when you got someone. Yo, what's up?
So if y'all had joint custody,
we do.
You got the kids for a certain amount of time, like summers or whatever the opposite.
She has them during the summers. I have them all the rest of the year.
So if you weren't making 8 stacks a month, would you feel like it's fair that you pay child support when you had the kids?
Right there.
When I have the kids?
Yeah, when she has the kids, she feel like you need to pay child support to her when she got
because I'm the primary. So
no, I'm sorry. Should she pay child support to you when she had the kids? I know y'all situation, but if she had the kids for the summer, should she pay child support continuously still? Like,
no. So the way that works is that when they put out a monthly child support, you have whatever your plan for visitation and all that. Excuse me. The way that works is that your visitation is included in the monthly payment. So, for example, when the 2 months that she has, South Carolina is where this one was done. The 2 months that she has the kids, she just doesn't pay child support those 2 months. Like, that's the agreement. But that was an agreement that we came up with. Now, what they can do is say, but that's because she has the kids for 2 months straight. You know, like most people visitation like 1 weekend every other week or something like that. No, she has them literally for 60 some days, like consecutively. So it makes no sense to be giving me money when the kids are there for 2 months plus. But regardless of that, so we have a different situation anyways, because we don't live in the same state and shit like that. I literally just got driving back from fucking down there. That's what I'm saying. So because my kids are back with me now. So like, even with that said though, the amount of child support she's supposed to pay me, I'm like, keep that. Just make sure you can take care of them. You know what I'm saying? When they're there.
So what you just said, you said the amount of child support she's supposed to pay you, you're telling her just keep it. She good because you make 8 stacks a month. Yeah. Now listen. I wasn't always making 8 stacks a month. Hey, listen.
My kids are old, man.
I know, but hear me out. This ain't personally you. I'm just speaking in general. Take that 8 stacks, throw that shit out the window, and put you in a position where you're making $2,000 a month. 2,000.
I was a specialist at one point.
No. Like, chill. Listen.
Right now, if you was a specialist, basically.
Listen, you keep responding like
that situation. We don't have to hypothetical. We don't have to hypothetical. I was in that situation, is what I'm saying. When Spence and I were in the same unit,
you have to understand $200 for 2 kids is really nothing.
Nigga, right? That's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm really saying. That's what I'm really saying.
For 2 kids. So I can understand where he's just like, yo, keep that lousy $200 because that ain't gonna
it ain't worth it. Yeah.
It ain't worth it. Like I understand him and I agree with him. Like, yo, keep your 200 because I got my kids. I don't need your money.
Right. But
that lousy 200 is not gonna do anything. It's not gonna do anything for his kids.
Right.
That's like 4 pizzas in a month.
Right.
Listen,
that's like barely half groceries.
Yeah.
No, seriously.
200 is groceries.
And let me stop you real quick, and I'll let you get your point out, because I want you to understand who you're dealing with too. Because my son, who is in the 8th grade, who is 13, is 6'5", 250 pounds. My daughter, who is 15 in the 10th grade, is 5'11", is a basketball player, volleyball player. So like when I tell you these motherfuckers eat, bro, like when I tell you these motherfuckers eat, bro, like I'm 6'5", 290. Don't get me wrong, I'm not a little dude, but these little bastards are big. Like, you know what I'm saying? And they eat a lot. So I look at it like this: save your money so that when my kids are there, when they're visiting you, whether it's Christmas or during the summer, you have as much money as possible to take care of them, because I don't want to hear you begging me for money when they're there. You have all year to prepare for them to be there. Like, that's really how I feel about it. And then that way, she and I don't beef at all. The problem is that I made it because I had the same situation when I was an E4 in the Army and was only making $2,000 a month. You know what I'm saying? So I understood even then, hey, I'm just going to take care of my kids. Like, that's my focus. So how do I take care of my kids? I don't have bad habits. That's how I take care of my kids. I don't buy sneakers like Spence. I don't fucking smoke. I don't drink. I save my money. So now that I'm older and I do make good money, I have an arcade machine. I have a pool table. I have a big 6-bedroom house. I have a nice truck. But that's because for years and years, I had to do the single father game and save money. So now I don't have any bad habits, and my kids really ain't that expensive other than food. So it's like, yeah, I'm about to put the kid to work.
Right, but
right.
That is completely irrelevant to what we're talking about. And listen, just listen. God damn, nobody want to listen. Just listen. I'm trying to tell y'all.
Spit it out.
What I'm saying is this, all right? You cool. You got your situation is different, right? But let's put yourself in. I'm gonna use mine. My baby mama. My son is autistic. Me and her, we don't live in the same house. I have a whole nother family. He is a full-time job. I know that because I've had to be up there with him as well. I do surgery. I make $10,000 plus a month. Cool. Oh my God, that's great. Don't give a fuck. At the end of the day, child support is for that child and the lifestyle of that child. Because if that child isn't taken care of, then if the mother's suffering, that child's gonna suffer. Child support is needed, and I could say all day, yeah, I could do it myself. But guess what? There's days when I forget. There's times when I'm not memorable of it. And yes, you're right. I do look at child support as an accountability thing because I get so busy sometimes that I forget to send her that child support. It ain't a problem to send it. I forget. But guess what?
I forget to take that shit out of my check.
Right, but it ain't a lot of people's situation. But the whole thing of it is people forget child support is for that child. You laid down, you had a child with whoever you had it with, and you chose not to be with that person. So whatever that person does, until the court says, hey, like your situation, the child can be in your custody forever or whatever, until you're in that position, you pay child support respectively. Now you on the other hand, you're the rare breed. You're the single dad that got his child. How many niggas you really think out here say that's their situation?
There's a hole in that though. There's a hole in that.
There's a couple. Let me respond.
Let me respond.
Let me respond.
As many as women having their kids.
All right. You ask me questions. Do you want me to answer them? Or
not
you just
really?
talk?
They're rhetorical questions.
Oh, so you don't want an actual response? I thought we were having a conversation.
Okay, so there's a hole in that though.
Do your thing.
There's a hole in that though. You're saying there's accountability. But
no. I said for me. I ain't say for everybody. I said
okay. Because there's cases where the father wants the children. The father wants the child.
It doesn't matter whether the father wants the children or not.
It does though. If the father can financially provide for the children. If the father has time for the children, if he can be there for them during school,
you're still thinking about it as the father versus the woman. Even his situation where he has the child and she paying him child support, that still needed to happen. What if he wasn't? What if it's another guy?
But he doesn't need that.
She doesn't pay child support.
It's not him. What if the next guy needed? What if
honestly, I don't. Okay, let's put it in perspective.
I'm just
hold on.
I don't make 8,000.
Hold on, Marz.
In general,
I'll let you spin it. But he just threw a whole dissertation out. I gotta respond to some of it. You know what I'm saying? So like, here's the thing. First of all, you said that I'm an exception or I'm a rare breed or this, that, and the other thing. So are you. You just said you're in a situation where you have an autistic child. That is a whole different outlier. That is a whole different outlier than a regular parenting situation. One, Joe, are you still on here?
Yep,
Joe still there?
Still on here.
What he just said proved my point. Most people consider the father not important in the mix of it. That's what he just said realistically.
Yeah.
I don't get and that's how most people
think. He said no, I didn't.
No, the fuck I did not.
You really did. I'll explain it to you.
No, you just got the wrong perception.
No, it's what you said, bro. It's what you said.
No.
First of all, I'm explaining.
Is more important than
I'm explaining. I'm explaining.
Right, I'm gonna mute my shit.
You said that you as the father, you sometimes forget, right? You said you as the father sometimes forget, right? You said that. And you think the mother doesn't sometimes forget? Like, what does that have to do with anything? All parents forget shit sometimes. That has nothing to do with taking care of that child other than a mistake was made that day. Any parent can make that mistake. Having child support money doesn't change the stuff that you have to do for your kid every day. That's one. Two, you as the father of an autistic child are in a special situation. There are plenty of autistic children, but there are also plenty of single fathers.
Just like you.
No, I said there are plenty of single fathers. My point in saying that is I have a different perspective on things because I've been the parent with custody. That was my point in saying it. So I've been on the other side of that spectrum. And the way I look at it is that if I need child support to take care of my kid, then I'm not really
fit
where I should be as a fit. That's the word. I'm not really fit to be the parent. That's how I look at it. Like now, I'm not saying that might not be fair, but life ain't fair. The way I look at it is,
I can see your point. I think a lot of people think like that too. There's a lot of men who think that women who get child support, if you need child support, that means you can't take care of your child. But also, I think being a single mom, I get child support. And I'm like you, I don't actually need his money. I don't need the money that he sends me. And I actually don't get a lot. I don't get a lot.
I'm a firm believer. If you can open your mouth and say you don't need the child support money, then you don't need the child support money. You shouldn't be getting it.
But you know what?
It
helps when it comes to school supplies. When it comes
to medical bills.
When it comes to like,
you're right, and
when it comes to
helps, then you
when
need
it comes to certain medical bills that I have to pay out of pocket.
That's not true. That's not true. If you give me $20 right now,
that helps me buy some fucking double.
If I give you $20 right now, unless you give it
like
back
I
to
said,
me, you need it.
I'll tell you what.
No.
Because I think you're taking what we're saying out of context. And
seriously.
And like I said, I'm going to tell you this. My ex-husband gives me $400, and
that's not enough.
I feel like $400 really ain't shit. With him growing, he gets out of his sneakers really quick throughout the month. He goes out of clothes. He's growing so fast that he's getting out of clothes real quick. And you know what? I've been paying that out of my pocket. So that $400 really helps with that. But also, there was a time where I was paying him child support because he had our son. When I got really sick with my MS, I couldn't take care of my son because I was in the hospital for almost a whole year. And so I had no choice but to let him. I let him take him. And I was like, you know what? It doesn't make sense that I'm getting your money, but you have our son. So I would pay it back to him. And, it was like he wasn't having to pay child support. And that was his extra $400 that he was keeping. And then, you know what? He even told me, he said, you know what? I just realized that $400 really isn't nothing because he eats a lot. He's changing his clothes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Out of his
but
clothes.
It helps. And if it doesn't help.
And he admitted.
And
our son
everything.
Our son has
everything
ADHD. Our son has ADHD. He's really problematic at school right now. And I have to deal with that, not him. But when he had to deal with that for that 1 year, he was like, yo, how do you do it? I was like, dude, I just do it because I'm his mom. Like, and I've been doing it since he was little. So that $400, even though I don't need it, it helps. Because I that saves $400 out of my pocket that I can use on him for something else.
That's
so
funny.
It's necessary.
Now, see, when I went to Korea, my ex had my kids for that year, right? And I was paying $1,600 a month in child support for that year, and that was court ordered. Like, so it was like, yo, when I got him back, or when I came back to the States, I was like, oh, we need to stop this immediately. I'm paying her a salary, bro. Like, so that's too much. Like, so that's where I'm like, yo,
that Joe is a woman that's saying that shit. Yeah. And I literally have a baby mama who, if I have my kids for the summer, she expects child support.
Exactly. And a lot of them are that way. And because they feel like it's entitled, like, what do you need child support for if the kids are with me? Mm-hmm. That don't even make sense.
Exactly. And it's not
that shows the money.
My ex-husband takes our
I need the money for them. Like, and it's like, you should think. I need the money for them to take care of them. Like,
bro, my nigga, I got one.
I'm gonna say that I get child support.
Bro, I get
child support while my son's over there for the summer, but he doesn't even keep him longer than like 2.5 weeks, 3 weeks.
It's that's
crazy. That's different.
The child support is for the mom. I know it's supposed to be for the child.
Exactly.
It's for the mom at the end of the day and whatever they spend their money on.
Exactly.
But you know what? There are women who do that.
Whatever.
And it ain't supposed to be.
It ain't supposed to be.
That's the reality.
You're right.
So, that's why when we have this conversation about child support and conception, that's why I have such an issue with it, because we all know that that's the reality of it. You know what I'm saying? Is they just want money from me. And I honestly, I'm gonna say some real raw shit right now. So you might have to black this out. No, I'm gonna say some wild shit right now. But the reality of it is guess what? Somebody argued. I had this argument before, and somebody said, "Well, the whole point of the child support, because I was paying $1,600 for that year. The whole point of the child support is so that the kids can live as if they still lived with you. That's why rich people pay such high numbers of child support." And I always go, then why don't the kids just live with me?
Right.
That doesn't make sense.
Exactly.
You don't get to be my girlfriend, wife, whatever you want to call it, give me head all the time, have sex with me all the time, and then we break up. And you can still get to live financially as if you're still with me, but I don't get no head and no sex. Like how the fuck? How the fuck that's supposed to work out? So you get to live like you still with me, but I got to find a new girl. Like that's bullshit.
That's bullshit.
That's how
Why
I
do you
look
need
at it.
20,000? Why do you need 20,000 a month for a child?
That's fucking wild. No, if you need that much, that child can come live with me because I got a big enough house. That's how I look at it.
I think in that case, like when
Exactly.
celebrities get overly paid, like the women gets overly paid, it definitely is for just her
Like
to
200
spend
grand
and to
in
live
child
comfortably.
support.
That's
So
for her
she's
to
not
live her
having
lavish.
to work.
That's for her to live her lavish life.
Yeah, and she doesn't have to work. She doesn't
I'm not
have to
seeing.
do nothing.
I'm not seeing
But you know what? I've seen people.
$20,000 worth of baby shit around here.
On my kids ain't got no fucking
people-
Balenciagas.
Yeah, and I've seen people, you know, just regular people like women who get way more than me, and I'm just like, fuck, you get $1,600. You're getting $1,600 a month for child support.
Still, hey, but check it out. And then still, hey,
and
they got
still be
a
sometimes
basketball
struggling.
camp. They got it. No, but hey, Jaden's got a basketball camp coming up. Can you send me a couple hundred more? Are you fucking serious right now?
No.
Like, how much is the basketball camp? $100.
But you know what I do?
16 of them.
Bring them here. I can fucking play basketball with the nigga.
Yeah,
I do sometimes ask his dad for a little extra money from time to time.
Right,
I've
but it's
done that.
different if it's different if it's $400, $1,600. Come on,
yeah,
man.
No. If it was $1,600, I'd probably never ask him for no damn money. Because originally he was supposed to be paying me over over $800, but the nice person in me was like, you know what, I don't need that much, is what I told him at the time. And mind you, I was an E4 at the time, and I was paying by myself, was paying our daycare and everything like that. And daycare was like fucking
too expensive. Too
way
damn expensive. That's what it was.
Just too expensive.
Hey, we all on the same page on that one. But I pay all that. So that's why I was like, that's why I was like, yo.
So when my kid became school age, oh my God, getting back that money for daycare was worth it. But we came to he said, I can't pay that much. And I said, okay, well, I get it. You can't pay that much. So then let's come up with what you can pay. And he was like, I can pay 400. And I said, okay, well, 400's all right. Not, I was young, not knowing that 400 really don't help.
Don't cut it. Don't cut it. Yeah.
But then we also got to think about, what about his bills?
He had bills. He made way more than I did. Bro. Yeah. He was making way more than I did.
Listen,
if he's making way more than
listen,
but you know what? We bought a house together. And he wanted to give me the house, and I was like, no, I can't afford the house. Like, I was like, you see that on my check? I can't afford that. As an E4 with a son, you only giving me $400 a month. I was like, I can't afford this.
You probably should have kept the house. Mortgage cheaper than
what I ended up doing was I gave him the house. But even he couldn't afford the house. Because that's different. Because when we were together, I was paying half of the bills. I was paying
y'all
half
shouldn't have had that house.
It sounds like so then I stopped paying the mortgage. I stopped paying the mortgage. I stopped paying part of the utilities and all that stuff.
Shit,
and then he realized, I don't have that much money. Now that I'm giving you 400, I can't afford this house either.
Hell no. Hey, Joe. Hey, we would have took the book out of Spence page. This is my roommate, goddamn. We making this shit work.
Hey, we buddies.
He froze.
Yeah. Hell no. Nah, I feel it though, but like that's my big thing is just, it's never gonna be fair. I understand that, but I do feel like I feel like with the child support that I paid to my ex, I feel like it gave her an excuse not to try to do better. Mm-hmm. Like that's really how I felt.
I totally agree.
So once I have different situations, and this child supported conception means nothing because once these different situations.
Yeah, because once my kids were with me, I mean, you know what? A lot of them are a lot more similar than not, though. Like most people who have autistic kids have a similar situation with autistic kids. Like they are in a group with themselves. That's what I'm saying. Most single dads have a single dad situation. You know what I'm saying? But the vast majority, you know what I'm saying, fall in that single mom, you know, random arguing over dumb shit. The moment the mom got an attitude, dad can't see his kids. Now, you know what I'm saying? Can't take it. That is a regular fucking story, and it's the wrong goddamn answer.
That woman complaining that he didn't get food for her other kid, and he only got one.
Exactly. Or complaining because he got a new girlfriend. She's salty. Don't you can't take my kid because I don't want him around this chick. Like all the nonsense that comes with it is just crazy. So I just feel like the whole child support system is fucked from the jump. How do we fix it though? Because I'm a solution guy. I'm not a problem guy. I'm a solution guy. How do we fix it? It's simple. You say this is how you fix it. You say Alabama actually has probably the smartest system for child support. Crazy as that sounds. But their belief is, look, how old is the kid? The kid is 5. How expensive is it to take care of a 5-year-old kid? It costs $1,000 a month. Let's just say that's the number. Alabama says, who has custody? Mom has custody. Okay, father, you owe $500 a month of child support. Next year, we talk about it again.
That makes sense.
Like that.
So it's ever progressing.
Yeah. So hey, the kid is 12 now. He's playing football. You got to buy pad. We got all this extra stuff, medical bills. Who's covering medical covers? This, that, and the other thing. How much does it cost to take care of it? $1,500. Who has custody? The mom. Okay, hey, you got to pay $750 a month. Like I'm just saying that makes sense.
No. Now I got a question. That's a good solution. But when we're talking about solution, we're talking about a systematic solution. We're talking about worldwide or state, countrywide or whatever.
Well, at least I think so here's the thing when it comes to that. Like, and this has nothing to do with what we're talking about necessarily, but everything we're talking about. I honestly feel that we're talking about Roe versus Wade, same thing. Each state is its own country. I think a lot of people don't realize that the power of the U.S. is that each state is its own country that you don't need a passport to go to. You can just choose to move to Massachusetts if you want a more liberal country. You can just move to Texas if you want a more Republican country. You can move to Vermont if you want a kind of middle of the road. You know what I'm saying? You like socialist programs, but you're not a huge fan of welfare. So there are 50 states and something like 9 territories that as a citizen of the U.S., you are allowed to freely move to at any point in time you want to. You don't need a passport. You don't need permission. All you gotta do is find a place to live and move. Like, that's it. You can just drive there for most of those places. So like, it's really like, I think that the only reason I say I'm not necessarily for federal laws, which is why I wasn't necessarily against the Roe versus Wade being overturned, because all it essentially did was give the states back their power. Like, so I'm kind of like, if you are a very religious person, I'm talking about you all about Jesus or Muhammad or whoever it is that you claim, and you don't agree with the idea that abortion is okay, then move to fucking Texas. It's simple. And if you don't like that, then move to New York, move to Massachusetts, move to Maryland, move to the other 31 states that are like, this is bullshit, right? So there are plenty of states that completely
categorize people.
Well, that's not basic. That's the world. Every country is that way. If you want a country that gives social programs and free medical, you can move to Switzerland.
Go to Canada.
100%. Now, but the problem with that is Switzerland got to give you citizenship. Well, guess what? The United States has 50 fucking states that you already have citizenship to that you can choose to move to. You like paying a bunch of federal taxes? Move to California. They'll take your money. You know what I'm saying? You don't like paying taxes? Move to Florida. Move to Texas. Move to Delaware. You know what I'm saying? There are like I named 3 very different locations that all you don't pay taxes. Delaware, Florida, Texas. Those are very different locations, weather-wise and everything. So it's just the bottom line. You in the United States, you can choose the way you want to live and the laws you get to live under. That is rare. No other country has that. That's actually the strongest part of the US that a lot of people don't realize. However, like, what do? We want to just stay where our family lives. We want to stay wherever our parents decide to live at. And guess what? Our parents might not agree with us. We might have completely different political views from our parents, but we want to live in the state that they chose to live in. No, you're throwing away your own freedom. You have the freedom to move.
Yeah, true.
Like that's it. I'm from Massachusetts. It's a very liberal state. They have mass health, which Obamacare was based off of. Like totally good. You go to Texas, you don't get none of that shit, bro. Like, it's hard to get fucking welfare in Texas. It's hard to get fucking food stamps comparatively to Massachusetts. It's way harder, especially if you're a guy. They're like, man, you better get to work. Fuck you talking about? So like, that's all I'm saying is I feel like when it comes to that question specifically, you have the ability, the right, and to just pick what state you want to live in. If you're not sure, fucking research it. Google. Like, find out what state fits your views and move there. Like, I really do mean that. And people just don't get it. You're not leaving the country. You're just moving. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not, well, this is my home. Well, your home don't agree with you, bruh. If that's the case, like, well, your home says you can't have abortions. If you want to claim Texas, keep claiming the fucking Cowboys. But the Cowboys said you can't have abortions. So either move or deal with it. Like, that's for every law. That's not specific to what we're talking about. Like I said,
yeah,
that is just the reality of the United States. That's why every state has its own laws. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I didn't find out that in New York City, you can't turn on red lights ever. I didn't know that until I got pulled over. There wasn't no traffic. That shit's crazy. I don't know where else that's a law at, but fucking New York City, you cannot turn on red. I'm just letting y'all know if y'all ever be driving.
And what police are that vigilant to watch you turn on a red?
Pull me, it's 2 a.m, bro. I'm just passing through. It's passing through the Bronx. I turn on a red, get pulled over. He like, why you run the light? Oh, I stopped. He's oh no, you can't. Where you from? Luckily, I had a Georgia license. I didn't pull out my mask one. I act like I wasn't nowhere near New York. I had a Georgia license at the time. So he's like, man, get out of here. Don't do it anymore. So, but my point is that every state is different. Every state has their own laws. People want to live in Texas because there ain't no state tax. But guess what? Stuff comes with that. You know what I'm saying? Stuff comes with that. California, take it. They got all the taxes. But you can also have an abortion whenever you want. You know what I'm saying? That's the reality of the United States. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's all I got. I'm gonna go inside.
Next topic. Anybody watch this?
Which one is that?
Yeah, why she look beat up?
Is that the first one?
They didn't fight again, right? That's the first one, right?
I thought this was the second one.
Oh hell, my sound is off.
No,
all right, was that the first one, or did they fight again?
I thought they just fought again. Is this not?
You said fight? That's the second one.
Is this not the fight?
Well, because they fought already and she won the belt off her. I'm saying, is that the first fight or the second one?
I thought this was the second one.
Oh, it might. I didn't see the second one. That's why I was asking. I didn't see the second one.
Did anybody see it? Or we can just go to the next one. We'll go to the next
one. First one was a beast, though.
Actually, looks like it was going to be a good fight with them. I was looking at their stats.
Anybody want to talk about this?
Rock Lee going to win.
Yeah, Rock Lee easy.
Hey, I ain't betting against Adesanya, bro. I'm not doing that.
I hear a lot of people say that.
Can't bet. What's up, buddy? You gonna kill me? You gonna kill me?
We done with this one?
Yeah.
Think so.
How do y'all eat y'all steak?
Medium rare.
Ew.
Medium well, bro. Medium well.
Well done, man. I just ate a steak.
Can't do well done. That's too dry. That's too done. But medium well.
I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. Y'all see how I was eating that fucking steak? I was fucking that shit up.
That's too dry, bro.
I gotta have a little pink in my joint.
Yeah, you're gonna hit puberty at some point, but that's too dry. You can't be doing
shit.
Nah, I'm not saying, bro. All I'm saying is medium well. Like, that's one step down. You got to have some juice in the damn steak. That's all.
Like it gotta be a little pink on the inside, man.
It's a little juice. Now, if anything medium and lower is to what's the word I'm looking for? too gamey. It's too gamey. Like it's too like chewy.
I don't even think about that shit. I just eat it.
I like mine. I like to chew on mine for 20 minutes.
Don't play the game.
I eat mine well done.
I'm in a thing.
I gotta eat it well done, man. I can't feel like I'm eating raw fucking
until the next
beef.
day.
Hey, can y'all see me? Is it working?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
That nigga said my wife and I have sex sometimes on the weekend.
Who said that?
That's what it says on medium.
That's what is that?
You got rare, medium rare, medium
my kids
well.
are in charge of the thermostat.
Damn, I guess my kids ain't here, but I guess they are.
That well done just looks super dry.
It does. It's too dry.
Well done hits the spot. I don't know what y'all talking about.
I used to eat mine well done, and then I don't know. Something happened, and I started eating medium rare.
Let's just say hardware.
I can't do medium rare though. That's too much.
Call me for help.
Simmons, how you eat your steak?
That's gross, bro. You're just eating raw. That's no good.
He said raw.
They're making it seem like raw is more manly. Like no,
basically, yeah.
That's just gross, bro. What's up, Pharaoh? Come here, boy. What's going on? Come here.
That hurt.
All right, I think we done with this one too.
Like I'm between medium. I like medium rare, but I can do medium well too. But I think it depends on the cut of steak that I'm getting.
I could eat the one like before well done. That's like a filet mignon. I could fuck with that, but I'm not going no higher than that.
What's up, buddy?
Yeah,
I guess Taylor Swift my favorite song.
You can fuck with medium well.
I guess Taylor Swift my favorite artist or something.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't actually know the names of the steak. I just tell them I want some pink in it. So the one in the middle, that's the one I usually get.
Oh, they don't even cook your shit. They just throw it on the plate and give it to you.
Yeah, that's just terrible, bro. That shit is.
Hey, we got
just slap that bitch on the plate.
That shit is terrible, bro.
All right, I'm gonna go to the next one.
Kobe.
What?
And I'm gonna go use the bathroom. Kobe.
It's not necessarily out of
for me.
Kobe.
I think Kobe
was doing that shit all day. Kobe.
I think Kobe. You know why? What did it for me with Kobe was that watching Shaq cry about it fucked my shit up. Like I wasn't ready. I was like, what happened? And then I saw Shaq crying. That's how I like found out. And I was like, I'm not used to that shit.
Hey, yo, I gotta go.
All
right, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, for me, I would say Kobe.
In my lifetime, I would say Kobe as well.
In my lifetime? No, that's different.
Yeah, that's what I'm not talking about out of these five.
That's different.
That's
either Michael Jackson, Prince, or Bernie Mac. It's one of those three. Those three all fucked me up.
Bernie?
When Yogi Berra died, that fucked me up.
Yeah, it's not necessarily out of these five.
Okay, yeah, but out of those five, I said Kobe. But yeah, in my lifetime, probably Michael Jackson, bro. We were in Iraq when Michael Jackson died, and a bunch of grown ass soldiers in the middle of Iraq were singing, watching Michael Jackson video. We bought like the greatest, the top, the number ones DVD, and we're just watching fucking Michael Jackson music videos for like 3 weeks in Iraq, dancing to him. Remember the time? Like we were all doing it. So yeah, I he's the only one I think that really had that effect. Truth be told. So yeah, I'd say
that woman.
I don't even know. She's
that girl from Glee.
Glee?
Oh, she killed herself, right?
Huh?
She killed herself, right?
She died saving her son.
Her kid.
Oh, so not the one I'm thinking of. No. I'm thinking about a guy from Glee.
Damn.
Oh, no. Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about, right? Yeah.
I agree.
He died.
I think
he killed himself.
Michael Jackson was a real big impact. One, because my mama cried for days.
Yeah, it was rough.
That just affected me there. But as an adult wise, I got mad love for Kobe, but mine was Chadwick Boseman because it was just something about what Black Panther signified. I mean, outside of, you know, the cartoons and everything, it was just the way he encapsulated that role that made me feel like I was a part of something bigger during the time of a lot of police brutality and tragedy. It really just gave me that feeling of, damn, I can be like that one day. So when he died, I ain't gonna lie, I actually shed a tear. When I found out, I shed a tear.
I respect that, but this nigga Kobe died in a fucking helicopter with his child.
Well, we're not asking which one was worse. We're
not asking for the tragic.
Well, I'm just saying, as far as Chadwick knew what he had, he didn't give it the information to everybody.
Yeah,
so we all didn't know.
But he still died from cancer, though.
So it was like kind of out of nowhere, and then you're like, well, what the fuck? But the way that Kobe passed away, it was just the way that shit hit me, bro. I didn't expect for him to die in a helicopter of all places.
I'm telling y'all, like, seeing Shaq cry is what did it. I busted. I didn't bust out crying, but my eyes were definitely leaking because I wasn't, because Shaq was like my hero growing up. You know what I mean? So seeing him cry and then seeing Michael Jordan cry during that same, it was just like, it's too much. It's too much. You know what I'm saying?
I respect Chadwick because Chadwick he represented a lot.
Exactly.
Like he was very, very powerful. It's just the way that Kobe went, it was unexpected. Where it was unexpected with Chadwick, but then once you know, okay, he had a sickness that's kind of leading up, you know, that's the next step in the sickness. But Kobe, he was also young. No sickness, bro. He about to go to a game. He about to go coach his daughter's little league joint.
Yeah, but he was also younger than Kobe. Like he dying of cancer at that age is rough. And really what he was famous for before Black Panther was playing a bunch of dead people. Which crazy, you know, playing James Brown, playing
he did play James Brown. That's crazy.
Baseball player, not Willie Mays.
No, not Beirut. What the fuck was his name?
Jackie Robinson.
Jackie Robinson.
Yeah. So like I'm saying, he was playing a lot of those roles. Even Thurgood Marshall, he played. So you know what I'm saying? He was playing all those roles, and then he gets Black Panther, and it was great. But
it was just the fact we saw so much of him, and then we saw none of him.
And then he vanished.
That's what got me.
But here's what's gonna mess y'all up more. I'm gonna say this. If we're just talking about actors, Heath Ledger bothered me more.
Yeah.
Like
he really couldn't get out of character.
That's not what happened. That's not what happened. They all spoke on it. It wasn't that. He just overdosed. He just overdosed. It wasn't what people were like. They said he was joking the whole set and everything. It wasn't what people.
Oh, so OD, but they said he
they
just wanted to save his image.
Yeah. He's a rich guy who did drugs and he OD. But
I thought he couldn't get out of character.
It was just like they said anytime they would say cut, he'd be joking and laughing and everything else. He was
okay. All right. Yeah. So it was just hype, man.
Well,
you had to say because somebody died, but that's just some story then.
Yeah, because they were like, oh, he lost his mind from playing the Joker. No, but he definitely. Come on, fucker.
What kind of dog is that? Great Dane?
Yeah.
That nigga big as shit.
Pharaoh.
About as big as Blaziken. I think he is about as big as Blaziken. Shit.
Pharaoh. No, give me Paul. I said one Paul. Give me
That's
one.
Blaziken too. Get both paws. Try to fucking overload you with paws.
I'm bigger than you, bitch. Let's go. Pharaoh.
Yeah, that's the last topic for tonight. Any y'all got anything else y'all just want to say or add before we get off?
Yo, did we you didn't do that slide up I talked to you about, Spence?
Which one? Just say it.
The one I text you.
No, I did not. I already had these slides ready. I forgot about that, honestly.
I hope this isn't a carryover from last week.
Nah, it's a different one. It's a different one. Right here.
That's like an old Boost Mobile commercial.
I remember those. I think that's what it was too. Where you at?
Yeah, where you at?
No, the sound.
Wait, no, that was Verizon.
Oh yeah, yeah. Yours, Mitch. We gonna do that next week, especially with more people on talking about it.
Okay, for sure.
Yeah,
Oh,
it'll be a good one, right?
You said what?
I think it'd be a good one.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be a good one. Yeah, hopefully more people can join next week. But yeah, y'all got anything else?
Hey Mitch, can you get online with that arcade machine?
Yeah, but I don't bother. I mean, it's more older games.
Like Net Play, okay.
Yeah. I mean, anything I play online, I pretty much do on my computer.
All right, hey y'all, I'ma slide. I'ma finish off my pizza. I'm hungry as shit.
All right, you just said food is ready, so.
Right, squad talk.
All right, y'all, we out.
We out. Peace.
Peace.